is imagination. We are moving into an age of manifestation. Things become actually less material, more ethereal. The golden dawn is when we awaken to this new station of life. What you think becomes real quicker. Regain our imagination, regain our inner child, and let that inner child out.
My name is Frank Castle, founding member of the music group Heist Click and New York City Neo Shaman. After a serious injury sidelined my career in 2013, I decided to set out on an adventure to search for myself with the help of the plant medicine Ayahuasca. What I discovered waiting for me was something I could have never prepared for. It was time for me to become something more, someone more. It was time I became fearless. Gonna let my light shine as my heart beats a rhythm with space and time. When the light starts to shine inside your third eye, you awake to the knowledge that you never die. I'm becoming fearless. What is up, everyone? Let's hope that this is the magic code to get me in through the broadcast matrix from me to you right here in the Boogie Down Bronx, New York City. What's happening, everyone? It's your main man, Frank Castle. That's right. You're a sorcerer supreme right here each and every Saturday night on Fearless. And that would be Paula in the background. I'm going to just turn this a little bit. An etherical timeout. Thank you, everybody, for hanging in there with me. If I told you, would you believe me? I was rocking and rolling. I don't even know. And I was watching Robert. Everything was great. He stopped. He was over. I was like, yeah, man, this is great. I started doing thanks. Lit some sage, lit some incense. Gave a shout out to Ganesha and Kali and Shiva and all the good ones, right? And nothing worked. Wheel of Death restarted 3 times. 25 minutes into it, I was like, uh-oh, I'll use my iPad. Guess what? That's what they and that's what they said exactly to me. Or for those that need the hearing impaired, blows raspberries. Oh, shout outs to everyone. As you can see behind me, the calendar is empty. Why? I do not know. Maybe I'm a little lazy coming out of this cycle. But to keep it bouncing upward, shout outs to everyone. Fearless family, what's up in the house? Shout out to my ethereal translator who's laying in the background with a multitude of kitty cats everywhere. The things that have been going on around here lately, holy shit. She's laying down, so I'll show y'all. My notes all back. They can't hear you because I shut down your mic permanently. I mean, just for the evening. I mean, just until you need it. Everyone says they love you, Paula.
Oh, we love everyone.
I'm having an amazing cup of coffee right now. And Paula had set up, I went right before the show. And I was like, oh my God, I got to get everything ready. And I opened the coffee and it was ready. I mean, full and ready. I'm like, I got the winner right here. I won first place. It don't matter. Frank, I already won. Nope. I win. But we could all win this one. Right? And then you can't get online. So haha, blah for you. You know, I could blame your etherical assassin self.
Oh, me?
Yeah. For all I know, you're doing warrior shit around here. And I can't get anything done because you and those other characters are just causing.
I was to clean out my sock drawer today, please. You don't even know.
Had to fix my chair. I got my shirt on tonight, the Chilton shirt. Shout outs to Josh Carruthers, you the magician. He just recorded his new album. Look up You the Magician online. I don't have the link to me right now. Someone supply it. I got a book right here. So if you're having trouble speaking to, it's an adult book, right? But it'll help you talk to children. Like, it's not a children's story, but it'll walk you through an easy way of concepting to others, actually. It'll give you a really good breakdown of it. I love the little character. It's awesome. It's doing great out there. It's helped so many people in this crazy world that we live in. Sometimes, all right, keeping it simple is the smartest thing to do, right? If you can't keep it simple, on the master level, when I'm like, hey, you got to breathe, and you're like, listen, fuck your breathing. Sorry, I'm going to start cursing. So I want to punch you in your face. It's like, look, you need to breathe. You need to love yourself, and you need to ground right now. Well, that's not going to help. Oh, yes, it is. That's it. You know, Shaman Jimmy and I, we had, I used to really love talking with him, and we would go over all this stuff over and over and over again at that level, and we would hit like marks that were like crazy high. We would get frustrated because the teaching would just become easy. It would be like, you gotta love more, and I'm like, well, yeah, just like that, right? And it's like, well, yeah, dude, that's it. Then it's all in your imagination on how you plan on shooting it out there. And I'm like, wow, this is crazy, because then you witness it over and over and over again. Shaman Jimmy and I made a really good pairing. It's a shame I don't speak to him anymore, not through any craziness or whatnot. I just haven't in a long time. He's got kids and a wife, and he's kind of doing his own thing. But I know people have said some stuff about him recently on on other shows and projects. I want to just say, hey, this is really difficult out here for everyone. Anyone who puts themselves out here, okay? Don't judge them. Okay? What would you do if a reptilian threatened you and your family and it was standing in the room with you? I talk about this all the time. If it's in the room with you, your karate ain't gonna fucking help you. Just not. So when stuff like that was going down, you know, everyone's got their own way of handling and dealing with this. I have a feeling when it all comes back around, everything will be revealed again. We're all good people, or at least in our movie, we think we are. You should keep rolling with that. You should keep going with that. Keep pushing that thought forward. I am a good person. I should, yeah, well, then do it. Let's do it. Let's do it together. We should meet on all levels. We should meet together, because together is how we're going to do this. Regardless of the fact who I get along with and don't get along with, I would still prefer all of us to just get along. I'm a dude, right? We can fight. We could like fight, and then we could go and have a smoke or whatever and have a talk and get over it and hang out in the same room together. You can have multiple alphas in the room together, because a true alpha can hang out with other alphas. All right. The problem is dudes take it to another level. Other alphas will look and go, well, you're not like tough. What? Tough? Why? All right. So a jiu-jitsu guy would say, well, you can't choke no one out. It's like, you're right. Maybe I can't, but I'm not here to choke people out. Well, then you can't finish. I get it, but I'll shoot you. See how this works? I'll use something else. Maybe I use this technique or that technique. So right away, it's domination. And that's not what it's all about. A bunch of leaders in the room will lead. And that's it. All right. Yeah. You don't have to get along with everyone. You're not going to. I don't think. The stuff that I've seen, you just probably won't. People lose their shit in these situations. They think people are coming after them. They are going after their spot. They want their position. They want to be like them. And I'm going to take this from you. 90% of the time, that shit ain't going on. You think it's going on because it's your world. It's your... Hey, there's anger in those scratches right there, lady. So Well, a true alpha is a pack leader, right? Um, it's for the all of the tribe, right? But who's the tribe? We are the tribe. We are all the tribe. We have to get in these little groups because we're waking up our, I believe to say our specific people. So you resonate with me and you listen to others because you resonate with some of the stuff they're saying. And I get a lot of things that go back and forth. And that's good. But there's some that are solid. They're like, oh, I ain't going nowhere. I don't care what angels fall out of the sky or whatever. I'm with you, bro, to the end. And it's like, yo, that's cool. Those people, when they group up into their tribes, they came here to find each other specifically. I didn't come here to wake up everyone. I came here to wake up my tribe. That's the best I can do. The best I can do is what I'm doing and I'm putting out. I'm putting out output, right? There's input, I get it, and then I output it to you. I do my best. And that's all I could hope for, right? But in that is many okay, so it starts by we listen to the experiences, what goes on, and then it legitimize. How do I say it? Where's my etherical translator? It makes it legitimate. Right? You hear it, something resonates with you, and you're like, oh yeah, man. And then you take that and you move on. I'm building leaders here. Right? No more, no less. There's no structure. There's no specific outline. There's just a bunch of things on a list that you need to check off. But that's the grand list. Like you, even being on the path, you have to start checking this stuff off. It's kind of like you don't get a choice for that. Right? You want to go to school, right? You got to kind of conform to the university. But there's no wrong way to do this. So you are right. Unless you're doing something so messed up when you're like, hey, buddy, maybe you should check yourself. You don't want to be on that side of the fence when the shit hits the fan. And believe me, it's going to. I believe it is right now as we speak. Before I go any further, shout outs to Sly Shaman. Shout outs to Nick Zervos of the Fearless Group. Got a little something going on there. Checking out his artwork. Let me see if I can bring it up on here. Oh, here's my man right here. Let's just take a quick little look at my man right there. Looks like he could be in a Fast and Furious movie, jacked and surrounded by his artwork. The stuff that Nick does is psychedelic in nature, as you can see, but look how beautiful his artwork is. Those of you that know of the Fearless website, the I Am We Are Fearless website, .com. Right now, you can't buy anything. It's still there. It's up. It will be back on. As a matter of fact, I should be getting it on this month. I got to get in touch with my partner. He lives in California. Hopefully, we had a disconnect for a while because of all the things that were happening. The way the universe turns itself out is crazy. But Nick has been there from the beginning. Someone that when he was 16 or maybe younger, I was going to where he lived in Mount Vernon, New York, and I met my first girlfriend up there. Group of guys up there that didn't like the Bronx guys coming up. He was one of them, and I knew his sister's friends, and everybody knew each other, but I didn't really know him. I just knew the group of guys that didn't like us. But it was funny. Years later, he moves to Texas. Everything's forgotten. Hears me on the radio. Boom. Sets an appointment. We hang out. We have an appointment together. We start having experience after experience together. I tell him, hey, where do you live? I'm in Mount Vernon, New York. Well, that's where I used to live. I'm from Texas now. And I start talking to him about, hey, I know some people over here. And then he's like, wait a second. And he starts drawing it together. And he's like, did you date this girl named Jen? And I said, yeah, absolutely. He's like, is your name, right? And he says it. And I go, yep, that's me. He goes, I hated you when we were younger. You were the guy we were looking to get, but you and your crazy friend Dom were just running around being crazy up here. I'm like, yeah, you guys were pretty much scared of us, but I love you. He's like, no, I would have fucking killed you. Blah. And then it turns out we all know the same people. We love each other and everything's all good. Just to turn out we work together now and we're fearless brothers. So it's interesting how these whole things connect. It starts with just hearing the voice and going, oh, that's the guy. That's the sound I need to hear inside of me to trigger the frequency, to trigger it's the vibration coming through my speakers that makes me go, I'm going to take this a step further. And that man right there is taking it 10 steps further and is his own path, becoming his own shaman. Fantastic artwork. Definitely look in. His name's Nick Zervos. Nicholas Zervos. You check out some of his artwork. He's got the cats up there, the tree, the Kali. You can go to the website. He actually has his own page on my website, Nicholas Zervos, and you can just check out all his artwork. And yeah, round of applause for a brother doing his thing. There's enough for all of us. I'm going to just let you guys know. We can all do artwork. We can all do our thing. We can all have our piece of the pie, and we can all be successful. We can do it together. I'm going to say this over and over again. Shout outs to Robert Hawley. By the way, the Golden Lantern doing the pregame. Together, we get it done. Right, Cap? Cap, together, we get it done. That's right. Shout outs to Tiffany. Go and get a Reiki healing from her. Talk to her. Go watch the video in the group. You're going to get the healing and the energy by just paying attention to the video for a few minutes and breathing. I mean, totally worth it. Totally worth it. Things like that. This stuff, when you got people that are serious, they're not selling it to you. There's nobody here that's like, yo, dude, you gotta spend this money and be down. No, you got to answer the question and get in the group. That's all we ask, because we're getting through some of the shady things, right? We're just getting rid, the AI bots or the NPCs. Shout out to Kevin, KG, Sons of the Sun. I love you, my brother. Shout outs to Ellen and Nick and Robert Hawley, my man. You guys are the fucking best ever. Shout out to the guy that punched Rick Moranis. I think you're a dick. Just going to shout that out. If you got to throw a punch at a 65-year-old man, like any other 65-year-old man that gets punched, you're just a dick. All right. Everyone's looking for you in New York. I hope one of my guys finds you. You better hope my boy Dom don't find you. He does very, very naughty things with people, especially bigger guys that he likes. Shout out to Lisa Marie and Jay and Son, you're in there. Della and Joe, what's up? If there's anyone I missed, I'll catch in a little bit. Willow, thank you so much. I love you so much, Willow. Thank you. I have your stuff. I have a care package for you just sitting here. I'm just waiting for something to come so I can send it. Also, for the people that are trying to book with me, just work with me. I got a sick grandfather. We got a crazy household here, and I've been doing like runs per month. That's why I've been disappearing. Just been doing my little thing, and then next, it's been really hard. It's not a business for me on that sense. I try to do the best I can with what I got. All right. So just work with me. I will get to every single one of you. And for those that want to book with me, now's the time. Try to do it before December or into next year. I think by that point, I'll hit you with telepathy and you could book that way, perhaps. I'm looking forward to a bunch of things. Now, last week's show, I seemed very, hey, Joseph's here. What's up, Joe? Shout outs. October. What's going on? Last week fucked me up really bad. I'm going to talk to you guys about this. I, with my etherical translator down, I can really dig into the more hardcore stuff. She's like the other side of the fence. Plant the garden, live the good life. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And that's great. But I'm telling you right now, the shit that I saw, this was the first time since, I even dealt with the reptilians better when I saw them. I don't understand how. I don't understand why I was able to do that and stand in that. I think it was because I was in charge of the other people there because we were going through ceremony. So I felt like it was for me to do. Even the person that screamed at me, hey, man, do your job. That's why I love saying that, because I'm away kind of shamaning, and then someone sees them and goes, oh, what's this? I'm like, I have no fucking clue. It's like, okay, go do your job. It's time for you to go to work. I'm like, I'm Okay. You know, so that is like a thing for others. So you just kind of go through it and then hope for the best. But when I saw Ra for the first time, the collective character, I almost had a heart attack. I talk about that. He had back out of the portal that opened right in my basement, right on the wall. It was like it looked like a little porthole in a ship, and then it opened, and I was like, "Whoa, what's happening?" And then everything got really slow, like really slow. Like y'all know under psychedelics, the time thing it becomes weird. Things tend to happen and feels faster or slow motion, or so you start to get confused sometimes. I I looked and it was going very slow, like dun 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 dun, and his head was just coming out. And I started to see the rest of the body behind it, and I was going. I couldn't move. I was laying on the couch with just my head being able to kind of move around like that. And I said in my mind, What's happening?" And they said, "Well, no, it's Raw." And I said, "No, no, I see him. What's happening to me? I don't want this to happen to me. Like I feel like I'm gonna die right now." And they're like, oh, "Okay, we got to stop." And he like backed up. But as I was looking at him, I could see like he was shining in so many different directions. I was going, "What is that?" That's what I was able to say. "What is that?" He goes, "Look upon me, and the astonishment can kill you because you've never seen this before. You've never witnessed this in your flesh. You know me, but you don't know me in your flesh. But I'm here." I was like, "Whoa!" And then he stepped in for my father. You know, my grandfather was kind of sick. I was in need of a little parenting at an older age, but I was cool. I was growing into, I guess, learning me myself. And he said, "I'm here for you. Forget about him. Forget about anyone out there that's going to help. Forget it. Right? I'm going to step in for those questions. So when you have a Q&A with a dad person, you just, hey, dad, blah, blah, blah. I'm right here." And I'm like, "How could I be your son?" He's like, "You're the son. I'm the son. Don't worry about it. Don't worry." And I'm like, "All right, well, maybe that's just the archetype for the sacred masculine coming forth and doing its thing inside this matrix. I don't know. But however, what I do know is last week fucked me up. Mostly intensely, so intensely. So they asked me to, I'm going to go over it again to see if there's any details in here that I missed. Because it's replaying in my mind. I'm all right now. The last few days, like this is all mixed in here on my list with the full moon and things that have been happening leading into this, and how it's a gigantic purge and we're making way for the next step and all that crazy shit. So this is actually a purge of anything that wouldn't allow me within my physical skin suit to be able to interact physically with beings from anywhere but human, like that we would know, like, oh, look at that. So the thing that makes the heart palpitate at that, I'm gonna have a heart attack, or I'm gonna have an aneurysm, or I'm frozen in fear, like that shit's gone. Okay, I'm sure there's gonna be some reaction. However, there hasn't been as of yet anything crazy enough for me to say, well, okay. However, my demeanor changed a little bit. I'm a lot easier. Something's going on with me. I feel the change not only inside but around me. I can smell it. I taste it. I can hear them talking. I can see them. When I hear them, I can see them. I could just focus on it. It's not I could have my eyes open. I could have my eyes closed. I could channel. I don't need to. I don't like to do channeling. You guys know that. But I can just talk to them. What's the difference between having them to just tell it to you and you're repeating it, or them jumping into you? Now, you can do both, but you better be good when you do the channeling. Not good at, you got to protect yourself on a level, because anytime you light up like that, something comes over to see what's going on. You don't want them involving themselves, so you have to have protection. You should have others around if you're going to do that as well. And you can channel other characters, such as like the Bashar character. I had him channeled in front of me by someone completely different. then Shaman Jimmy channeled him over the phone, and I freaked out. And he was in a shaman circle with other shaman, and they freaked out. They were laughing. They were like, "You got to hear." They called me and were like, "You got to hear this." And everyone was on ayahuasca, so I was like, "How the hell are you making a phone call?" And then I heard the voice, and I go, "What's going on over there, guys?" And then it was Jimmy doing it, and I was like, "Are you serious? That sounds just like the other guy that actually does him, Daryl Anchor, not Daryl Anchor." Daryl, whatever his name is, he's awesome. Another bald gentleman that's been doing it for years. All right, I get all the names confused. So you can do that. I've met them, all these characters. I had Bashar standing in my living room, and I was just like, "Oh, there's a little ET man here." I got in there. He has human eyes, giant human eyes, and he's small, like Paula size and really thin. Like really thin, like bro, and you're kind of like thrown back by it. Completely, almost looks like one of us. Well, what's the difference? What do you need to make you feel like it's okay? So you get a dose of this and a dose of that and a dose of this. I was like cool with that one. I was like, okay. So here was my test last week again, just looking at the ship. Hold on, I have something here that I literally. This is what it looked like. All right, hold on, I'm gonna share the screen again. Blip. And taking forever. All right, it's down here. Look how tiny it showed up. Let's see if I can make this thing any bigger. Sorry, I was not prepared for this, but I did this earlier to see if I could show you guys exactly what I was looking at, and I saw it in a photo. There we go. Ta-da! Actually, it looked just like that. That's what it looked like. Looked just like that. It was moving and it was emanating energy. It was coming right for us. It was one of the craziest things I've ever witnessed. It was so big, everything was shaking. Everything. Like an earthquake, but not dangerous. Like an earthquake, but not like an earthquake. Like one of those vibrating chairs that you sit in. Except there's also a sound that goes with it. It's kind of numbing and enhancing in these weird ways. It like throws you off. The vibration of it was freaking me out a little bit. You know, it got really, really, really loud, and everything was fucking shaking. Like there was nothing escaping this thing. And I was like, well, that's going to cause the problem. And they're like, no, the problem's already coming. This is the way off the problem. And I'm like, all right. Now wait. Let me show you my face. Okay, come on now, give me a fucking break. Really? And they're like, hey, Nick's here. What's up, my brother? It like overtook me. I was shaking. And then the guy next to me, he was standing in a robe. He was glowing. I had to do this and touch his robe. It's like real I take a bit to explain this, but when you're touching it and it's real, it feels real, and you're looking at it, you can see it, smell it, touch it, taste it. Reality is subjective at that point. I had Ellen dead in front of me and Paul with her back turned running in and out of the house doing different things. And I'm experiencing this right there on the deck. And the deck was shaking. Did I see Paula shake all over the place? No, I didn't. It didn't look like she was running. Let me get out of here. None of that happened. Okay. Ellen was down for the count. She was like this. I'm standing there touching the sky, looking up, having to sit down. I had to sit. It was way too much. Way too much. So then them going, you're going there. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not going anywhere. You're going. No, I'm not going. I'm not going anywhere without her, my cats. I got to be safe. I'm not even supposed to talk to you guys when you show up with a UFO the first time. I'm supposed to tell you to beat it, come back tomorrow or something. If you want me, you'll come and get me. And they're like, yeah, this isn't that. Like, we're letting you know it's coming. I'm like, when is this coming? You guys with your fucking, I don't do dates, I don't do times. Come on. It always takes 10 years with you guys, and then it fucking changes, and then this happens, and then that happens. But so far, so good, though. With all my little complaint to them, to this guy, character, a lot has happened. We've done exponential amounts of stuff since the day I started this stuff, started this path. Many of you were here with me from day one and understand what's happening. Like, you started going through it. So, okay, so they're not full of shit, but sometimes it is. So I got to use my discernment. Right. I'm using my discernment, and everything feels real. Doesn't feel bad, but it's shaking me to my core. But then they're like, you want to go, you want to go on there. You want to go. I'm like, who's on there? You should go on there. And I'm like this there was like one of those seats that go around the deck. And I went on the long piece, and it was like I died right there. And then I was just standing in this room that was gigantic. There was gold and silver colors, shiny, no fingerprints on shit, like really cool looking stuff. Like, you see your reflection in it. Floors were awesome looking. Some kind of shiny surface. Kind of, to me, it was marble. I don't know if that's what it was. It looked like Star Wars Cantina, lights on. It looked like being in a mall of some, like a just awesome mall. Like really awesome, really fucking high. Everything was so huge, and there were beings, everything from Anunnaki to dog men, little guys running around. I don't know, Men in Black, when they first walks in and is like, what the fuck is going on here? And everyone's like checking people in at the airport. Didn't quite feel like that. It was a little different. It had this feel of when I saw the troll market in Hellboy. They go under the Brooklyn Bridge, and it was like the inner earth beings. It felt like that, minus the fact that you could get killed there, even though you probably could get hurt, because there's all kinds of beings going on. I can't imagine just walking up to any one of them. There's beings that literally will eat flesh, so you got to watch yourself, because they're just like us. You'll get slapped up there just as fast as you get slapped up here, but it's a lot cooler. It's a lot different. It's just way different. No one, from what I see, even tries that shit. I'm the problem when I go there, because I was the light body, but Frank. So when Frank's in charge, there's poking and prodding. And the guy next to me, there he is again, the guy in the robe, glowing. Hey man, what do you want me to do in here? He's like, I need you to go around and find someone you want to talk to. I said, well, there's a lot of shit in here, man. There's like chimeras in here walking around. There's like dinosaur men and Anunnaki guys. When I say Anunnaki, I mean the ones that look like us, that are like 20 feet tall, where you're just like, oh, look at that. Okay. I backed up and was like taken aback by how many different things were going on. So I kind of like wall hugged for a minute and then just walked away. Like, I'm getting the fuck away from this guy, because I didn't trust anything that was going on, but I didn't feel that it wasn't real or not right. I just was completely taken off guard by this whole experience. I kind of walked the wall, and there's like a being, like an insectoid, the mantis guy, and he's like crouched down, and his head's gigantic. And let me tell you something: when these things are not moving and they're just chilling, you don't know if that thing's looking at you or not. You have no clue. It's just like frozen, like an object, and then you get close to it and it moves a little, and you're like, oh, that fucking thing is real. I walked right up to it and felt at home. Felt right at home. Walked right up to it. Hey, mantis guy, mantis man, hello, much respect, bro. Greetings. Is this real? Is this real? He looked right at me, got up. It was like, yeah, you're on the ship with us. You projected up in here, apparently. Where am I? You're in the ship. He's looking at me. He's like, New Jerusalem. It's known as 100 other things to you. Do you understand? I'm like, yeah, I think I do. I think Wormwood and Nibiru and all that, I think this is this. It's it's just so fucking weird. Like I saw, and I talked about this in one of my beginning episodes when I was on TFR, that Nibiru's not real. Like this planet that's out there floating around with these characters on it, and I'm like, it's real, but it's not doing that. Now, see, I'm separating it from all these other things, thinking it's something different. But I'll tell you what I saw. I said I was standing outside, and the planet Nibiru is already here. It's in a different frequency right next to us, like not over there, but like if I turn the lights on and you could take like a giant elevator, like it would be naturally fucking gigantic, but to get there, you could do that. Or you get in a little pod and you fly right up to it. Like it's right there. It hasn't gone anywhere. This thing is right there. So it was weird. Those beings were on it. It was the same shit. It was the Anunnaki characters. And they were like, well, we never went anywhere. So I'm all right. Now check this, how my visions are working and what I'm seeing, and I'm putting it all together. When this ship arrives, they do that. They show right up, like right there. They go and pull right up. So maybe I was witnessing it already pulled up. Oh, it's already here. Because when I asked them, where the fuck is that thing? It looked like it came out of the sun, but not out of it. Not like, goof, I came out of the sun. It was either behind it and moved around in front of it because the sun was so bright, it like threw me off. And then it was still, let's throw the picture back up. And then it got so bright, it came out like a spot in the background and then just came forward to me. And it was right over us. It's 5 times the size of the planet. So what does that fucking look like to you? Like that's what this is why I'm being thrown off. Like I witnessed that kind of shit where I'm like, oh, it moved from over there to here like that. Like dook, 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 dook. I'm right in front of you. Ha. What are you gonna do? It's like nothing. Got nothing. My head is like spaceship, StarShip, Frank. StarShip. Like I'm just being led through it because it's a lot. But I was watching myself transform. So right before I went down, they were like, don't look at anyone. I told you guys that. Don't look at anyone. We're going to transform you right now so this can happen. So I was in the middle of this little transformation thing that was going on. I was looking at my hands and I could see digital code that looked like things under your skin moving, like, and they were running up my arm and my face. And I'm like, and I looked at Paula naturally. I'm like, I'm going to fucking look right at her. And her face, it was doing it. And they were like, don't touch her. Don't grab her face. They don't want you reaching out and doing all kinds of stupid shit. So, and then I looked over at Ellen. Ellen, she has blonde hair. Her fucking hair was changing and transforming. And I'm like, we're in a, I say it all the time, the holographic digital matrix. They're like, dude, we're serious. You're serious when you say it, right? I'm like, yeah, but at this level, you're changing the code. And they're like, yeah. And guess what? We're changing the code is you becoming more you, fat, like you're evolving a little bit quicker. But the code just opens like a flower inside of you. We're just kind of giving it a little push because you need to hit this apex level to do the next part. We need you there. So it's happening quick. It's like, and I'm like, wow, this is great. However, I'm watching it happen and it's like a program running and projecting my digital holographic fleshy self in the suit. It's being projected in. When you see it like that, you kind of go, oh, background fell away. I saw the net, and then the net, the reincarnation net was gone. Like I saw it at first, and it was like stiff lines that came up that went across. I'm looking up like, oh shit, like as if the torus turned all the picture in the program turns off and you're just seeing like lights on here. You're in the hologram room. That's what it looked like in the sky, and the whole sky. And I was on a lake. So on a fucking giant dock, like really high up. So you can imagine what that looked like. I had a view of everything and I was so overwhelmed. I'm like, now I know why flat earth is bug on this flat earth shit and everything, but that thing circles us. It doesn't, you're not in the bubble trouble. Blip, 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 blip. That goes all the way around. It's a complete encompassing thing. Okay, so I'm looking at that and then it falls away like bricks, like, and I go, oh, look, it's gone. This is great news. And then a living one, it was breathing and moving. And I'm like, I watched it grow around the whole sky. And I said, okay, that looks like part of the organic program. And they were like, yeah, that's Earth, baby, right there. That's Mother. Here she comes in. I go, that's the natural, that's how it's supposed to look. Alive, not stiff. And they're like, that's the problem. They were gridding you off and catching you in nets. As if that wasn't enough to fucking hear to make my day go pop. Go back on the ship. I'm with the Mantis. And I'm just talking away. Hey, man, you sure this is real? Like, you actually know me. You literally know me. I showed you how to dance. I taught you Tai Chi. And I'm like, oh. So the being in the robe comes running up to me. He goes, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Are you all right? And I'm like, I was trying to stay away from that guy for whatever reason, not in a bad way. I'm kind of a dick. I'm going to walk away from the crowd and go touch some buttons or something. I do it. I'm on the class trip. You take me to the museum. I go look, but you'll catch me looking at the dinosaurs and shit and at King Tut and all that weird shit. And when you're like, okay, class, gotta go, I go to just where I'm going right there. I want to see that right there. I just go to it. I'm not really fucking caring what you're trying to do for me. I want to see what I want to see. I don't want to miss it. Anyway, so that's kind of rude to do sometimes. And then I looked at him and then I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. What the fuck? You're going to take me and my people up here? All your people are going. A lot of you are going. So you don't have to worry, but there's a lot of other places that people are going to go. A lot of other places. Some people are going off planet permanently. This is not a rapture, by the way. When something's too strong for you to handle, we're just going to pick you up and put you right back down. So this isn't a rapture. We're not here to save you that way. We're not here to save you. This is a plan from the beginning. If this happens, this is what we're going to do. If this happens, this is what we're going to do. If this happens, this is what we're going to do. Remember, we talked about this a while back. Why can't everything be real? All the stories, everything. So Wormwood, Nibiru, New Jerusalem, same fucking thing. We got to stop making things up about all these crazy things. When you find out Thoth is Mercury and whoever the other fucking fast guy is in the Greek, and you got the Romans and their gods on Olympus and wherever the fuck the other ones hang out. And you got Thoth and these characters, and then Shiva and these guys. It's all the same fucking people. It's the same group being talked about from a different race of people witnessing it for the first time. Oh, shit. So all those names is all the one thing. It's a fucking spaceship. Hold on. There's more. So shout out to my man Ra, Eye of Ra. Hold on one second. I have to find this. I called him immediately when I got home. And here we go. Bong. I called him before and said, hey, man, what can you tell me about this? And he was like, yeah, I've been talking about that for years. And I said, I need some info. Give me like the 20-minute version. I'm going to put it up here. And he starts going up. No, I don't want that. I want this. He starts going on about the information about New Jerusalem being a fucking spaceship. I'm like, I was in it, bro. Okay, so I'm not a religious guy. Grew up Christian. I even asked my father this question the other day. You ever read the book of Revelations? He's like, nope, don't give a shit. I went, what? Now, he was born again Christian, so I don't know what's going on there. He still goes to church on Sunday. I don't know what's going on there. I haven't gotten that far with him yet. Had a great conversation with him the other day. However, as Rob was talking, he was like, you should go look this up right now. Right now, go look this up, Frank. Right now. And so he's like, I forgot how the quote goes. But let's take a look at the quote. Revelations 21. Let's see. Let's get the... Okay. Revelations 21. Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, and there was no longer any sea. I saw the holy city, the New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride beautifully dressed for her husband. What's that sound like? So I'm going to go over this with you. I want you to combine things with your mind, that stories you've heard over time. I saw a new heaven and a new earth. Dolores Cannon, the earth splits. Everyone, where do I go? East or west? Cell mitosis. What the fuck is going to happen? Where are we going? Is it a rapture? Is it a this? Is it a harvest? Well, it's a harvest, no doubt, no matter how you look at this. Harvest not being of the traditional sense, yet being of the traditional sense. Then I saw the new heaven and the new earth, the new frequencies, right? New heaven, new earth. What's wrong with the old heaven? This is what I'm saying. Like, we're not making these connections. I was telling my father this, I was reading it to him. I was like, the whole time it's been right in front of us. For the first heaven and the first earth, it just passed away. There was no longer any sea. I saw the holy city, the New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride, beautifully dressed for her husband. That's for us, the bride, for us, dressed to see us. Right? It's beautiful. Something so outrageously that they have to say God is sending it. And God has nothing to do with this. It's that your God, and this has been the plan from fucking day one, was to get us in these bodies so we can help Gaia rise. At the same time, we get our ascension that we were promised when we were deceived. We get to go through the process now in a quick evolution for those who were ready to go, because those who were ready to go were the ones ready to go back then, except now we're popping off now. So it's like an advanced evolution. We're going to do this like this. Everyone gets to go. However, not everyone's going to remember. This is one of the things they were showing me up on the ship. I could see my my mother, my grandfather, my brother, my sister were like standing there frozen. They looked like they were sleeping, standing up. There were just lines of people. There were kind of quarters where you could sit right there or whatever, because you could see people kind of snapping out of it. Like, hey, what's going on? And you have to be there and be like, it's okay. Check it out. This is what's going on. Because they're not going to have a fucking clue, because those that aren't ready can't see it. Like, you'll pop like a water bag if I put you in front of Rob, right? They were telling me afterwards, the reason why you're still shaking is you got to hold that frequency. You have to hold the frequency. You have to hold the frequency. And I'm like, well, how do I hold this frequency? They're like, you're doing it right now. I'm like, I ate mushrooms, man, really strong ones. They were fucking good. And then this is happening. They're like, does this seem like a mushroom experience to you, though? And I'm like, no, this seems like I ate this stuff and then you guys just showed up. That's what it feels like. They're like, that's because that's reality. That's reality. We're right there in front of you. We never left. What you think is us being gone is we took a trip around the sun and fucking came back. And there's all these writings about us and all this crazy shit, all humanly developed. And mind you, we've been deceived by all these guys who are taking your truth, right, after they win the war, and they're going, let's cross this shit out, this shit out, this shit out. Rome wins. Ha ha. And then you're like, wait a second, what about all that? Rome wins. Ha ha. Let me hear the story of the Roman soldiers that conquered the day. And it's like, well, what about all this? Oh, Rome wins. See how they keep adding, they'll just keep saying it. The victors of war, the spoils of war, is that you get to describe the rest of fucking history to people like us. We don't know how far this goes back. I was asking my father, how far we got to go back before you know who knows who. You say you know, but how far did we go back before you're full of shit? Before I'm full of shit? How far could we go back? A couple generations, maybe 2, 3. Grandpa, great grandma, she's gone. He's about to go. How much further could we go? I can't. So who did you know? And who told you this? Who taught you that? You show me who showed you that, because that's what this is. You show me, I show you. Monkey see, monkey do. My father says to me, I had the best conversation I've ever had with my father in my life, ever, the other day. He said to me, yeah, I don't believe this thing. What's going on here? And I go, tell me. He's like, this doesn't make any sense. We can't possibly be made from monkeys, or were monkeys that transformed into these guys. It's no way. So I go, okay. Can you tell me why? Why has not one other thing evolved and transformed ever? into what? Into a human type thing, at least, at minimum. And I'm like, there you go. Because you're not a monkey. You're not a piece of thing that crawled out of the ocean that transformed into this over time. Those are theories. Nice theory. Needs more dragons and shit. You're literally made. The flesh was developed. We look exactly like they do. And they're fucking huge. Right? Right? You could believe in David and Goliath. Right? His brothers were 15 feet tall. He was 12 feet. You know how fucking big that is? That's as big as the reptilians I talk about. That's bigger. They're telling me right now we would smash them bare hands, Hercules style. We can fight those things barehanded. And I'm like, what are you fucking nuts? You guys are mental. And they're like, no, we're not. We're perfect specimens. The Uberman, right? You wonder where Hitler was getting his thing from. The blonde hair, blue eye, perfect Superman looking guy. Who was it? Who are you talking to? Who did you meet? Who did you meet? Because you look nothing like that. We know that. Who are you talking to? With the rituals. These people do these things to get power. All the trafficking and the sex and the blood and the magic. And they do all this. Who showed you that? Who told you that? See, I'm the guy that walks in and goes to the powerful priest, master. Okay, yeah. Okay, clown. Who showed you that? Who's your boss? Because I don't deal with you. Right? To me, you're a clown. You're fucking clown shoes. So you have to do all this stuff to do stuff, to get stuff. I just am stuff. Get it? Abundance is in the house. So you tell me who told you how to do this. I want to know who showed you. And then I'm going to fucking beat them in front of you. I'm going to transmute them in every shape and form in the craziest fucking way right in front of you. And when you're lossless, I show you through the ritual, you don't need this now. No matter how much it pains me to do this to you, I still love you. However, you got to go. We can't have this no more. These would-be perpetrators of everything, they go and do derelict things to gain power. And all right, I have to take a 2-minute timeout. Pause down. I'm going to put some music on. You know what? I'll play this one more time. Just hang in there with me, guys. Hang in there with me. I have crying cats everywhere, and I just need a moment to do this. So.
When you finally boil it all down, magic is imagination. We are moving into an age of manifestation. Things become actually less material, more ethereal. The golden dawn is when we awaken to this new station of life. What you think becomes real quicker. Regain our imagination, regain our inner child, and let that inner child out.
My name is Frank Castle, founding member of the music group Heist Click and New York City Neo Shaman. After a serious injury sidelined my career in 2013, I decided to set out on an adventure to search for myself with the help of the plant medicine Ayahuasca. What I discovered waiting for me was something I could have never prepared for. It was time for me to become something more, someone more. It was time I became fearless. Light shine as my heart beats a rhythm with space and time. When the light starts to shine inside your third eye, you awake to the knowledge that you never die. I'm becoming fearless. All right, I'm back. Ooh. All right. Sorry about all that. Things get crazy when Reggie can't get in. She grabs the screen, starts pulling at it, popping at it. She's going to tear the screen down. That's right. I'm talking about you. Come here. You could be my co-host tonight.
Come over here.
She was saying, get down, be fearless for life. That's right. No, I know. I love you too. So I kind of don't remember where I left off. But oh yeah, I do. Who told you this? Who showed you this stuff? Where did you learn this part of things? So that's what this is all. Everything's coming to this giant climax of those that, like the dark side and the light side, those that would do evil. Right? It's not really darkness. It's not darkness. It's what's inside the darkness. It hides in the darkness, knowing that it's a predatory thing, a parasitic thing, something that will attack you from behind. And it's all coming together to make this big climatic clash of the red color wire and the black color wire, which is absolutely necessary to actually even have this place, right? But what we're going to do is we're going to clear out the negative out of the darkness. We're going to shine light into the darkness. So yeah, love and light, but it's not all love and light. You'll be walking through yourself with an understanding. I'm going to have to smack one of these things up because it's part of my journey. Like those that can't speak have to speak up. Those that are afraid to do warrior shit, guess what you have to do? Warrior shit. That's just what this is about. You have to be able to face your deaths, all the death. All the times you've returned, the information you've learned, whys and the how and the who and okay, and I'll let it go and I forgive you and I love you. And no, that's not a problem. And we can handle this and we are going to do this. I didn't spend all this time reincarnating over and over so we could fuck this up again. That's one thing we all have right. Not again. It's not happening again. So we're going to do it this time. Everyone has their own purpose, a piece of the puzzle. So whether you were here with us, helping us cut a swath through the high grass, and then you leave, traditional death into the next realm, where you meet us, where I ground my light here. So powerful. I bring it down, boom, ground it in. Now I can bounce out of here and move on to the next thing. Enough of these grid points, and guess what? It all changes. Guess what? It all changed. Those who feel like we have to try to make it happen at this point, you're late. It's already happened. We won. Now you live through it. Now can you just hang back and watch while upgrading, meditating, doing all the wonderful things that will expand you and your awareness into that next position? What are you here to do? What are you ready to do? What are you ready to accomplish? What do you need to accomplish that task, right? Those with the tools and the talent, right? How'd they get there? They just picked up the tool one day, and most of us didn't know there was a fucking tool for the job. So I'm using a pen to try to hit a nail because I didn't have a hammer. I didn't, right? You start, you don't know. You're taught. Like, you're not supposed to use that. It'll be a lot easier if you just use the hammer. And you keep fighting the current. I'm going to use a fucking pen. And it doesn't work. You got cuts all over the place. The pens keep shattering. All right. And then one day it just snaps, it clicks, and you pick it up and boom, boom, boom. Oh, this is so much easier. And then on through life with the metaphors across the board, with all these things that you learn. With your experience comes wisdom. With your wisdom comes the gnosis, the real gnosis. You have wisdom through experience. You could talk all the shit you want from there. But if you didn't walk through it, I don't care. Right? I don't take advice from spiritual people, right? That have no spirit. I don't take money advice from any of you that don't have money. Anyone. You don't have money, I don't take advice from you. I will listen. And if something's in there, maybe I will take advice of some kind, or I take something away from the conversation. I'm not being rude. How long have we lived this way? I'm ready to graduate. What does graduation mean to you? What are we here to do? I asked my dad this. So you think we're here to do the 9 to 5? He's like, nope, I don't. I think there's something more going on. We had the conversation that went so deep after he heard all these ayahuasca stories and everything. He said to me, do you know what I think, Frank? I go, I want to hear this shit. I want to hear this. He goes, I honestly think they're cloning people off planet so they could say they're not human. Like they don't get the laws of the planet, right? So they just clone you up there and then they put you where they want to. And I was like, holy shit, I was not expecting that one. Because I really think they do. And then they could just fucking kill you. They could sell you. They could move your genetics anywhere, anywhere, anywhere. I go, that's absolutely 100% fucking correct. Jeez. And I was talking shit about my dad for the whole first 230 episodes. And meanwhile, this is what's going on in the man's ticker. Experience breeds wisdom. And then the body starts shutting down. So you finally get a grip on what the fuck is going on here. You know, bro, I got the answer to life. Ugh. And you're out. Or you don't get to witness it or experience it because you're too busy being part of this fucking system that's made to specifically degenerate you. Specifically, it's made to do that. It's also made to do that so you rise inside of that. I know that sounds weird, but without all of that push and pull and chaos, which is actually controlled, even though you're like, nah, it's not controlled. It's kind of controlled. It really is. On some weird level, it is. So it works divinely. Get it? It may look like a failure, but up there it looks like a complete success. Right? It's the weird shit, the way it happens. I know it's confusing sometimes, and I know it gets out of control, but why is it? Why can't it all be connected? Why can't we connect the dots and be like, look, it's all real. It's all right here in front of us. You are right. We're just talking what sounds like two different things are just two different versions to get to the same place. We seem to add all these caveats, and then Jesus will step out of the sky and everyone will be healed. No, they won't. But if a solar flash hits and that energy comes in, and somebody said to me they were worried about what happened and the experience because anything that shows you, ooh, it's going to happen, it's going to hurt you. No, a natural disaster showing up that okay. Reset. A natural phenomenon that would occur that can kind of hurt you if you were standing, like, let's say, right in front of it. So you're helped behind something or up into something. So the energy disperses. You don't leave. So I think this person thought I was going to leave and then escape something. No, they sit right here until it's over. The solar flash, the event. The event is multiple things that occur. Right? So you go and then you come right back. They put you right back down. You don't leave. You're not going anywhere. There's nowhere to fucking go. What do you want to go to planet X? You want to go to planet 1732? You want to go to fucking Mars, Venus, Jupiter? That's up to you, man. You decide that shit. If you decide that, right? Or stay on the ship. They're not going anywhere. They're not like going to do that and then leave and go goodbye. No, now we are open communication with the fucking universal everything. You know, they want to that communication. They understand that it's us, the creator, inside the body. Yes, we're all connected, all that, but we're literal creator beings, right? We're not just connected. Like the energy that drives you comes from source. Yes. The energy that drives me comes from source. Yes. But I'm this on this level, and you're that on that level. And that's it. You're having that experience. I'm having this. So we're connected because we come from the same thing. But I'm like the soup and the nuts, right? So are you. So are we. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Please get the message around. You know, a lot of the people that have been talking out there, and we've been saying the same thing, right? Get the message out there. Try not to jump from one thing to the next, hoping that that person has an answer for your question when you are the answer to your own question. Every great leader, master might be the wrong word. It comes off wrong, but that's what it is. If they're not sending you directly back to yourself, then they're doing it wrong. Because it's you. It's always been you. It's not on the mountain in Tibet. It's not in the rainforest of Peru, although it is for anyone that needs it there and for those people there. It's right in front of you, right there. Why? Ayahuasca tells me this all the time. Why not your living room? Why not? Why not this spot right here? Why not? And I'm like, I know. Everyone's like, well, the sacred has to be so sacred. Bah! You just fucking show some respect. That's all. You're the sacred one. All right, check this out. So you tell the demon, yo, bro, you're in my space. You're in my space. And my space is my sacred space, right? And it's like, yeah, but I'm over here. And I'm walking. And there you are in my space again. No. You said your space, bro. Your space is over there. No, this is my home. My temple. Homie. This is my temple. Right? You get in that energy field, you're in my space. So wherever I walk is my sacred space. Get it? So you're going to keep playing the game? I'll run up to you and take you right out. I'm not going to play the game with you. They learn quick. They're quick learners. I prefer to hear the demons say, oh shit, it's him, run. And then the one dummy goes for it. And it looks like the most terrible thing you'll ever see. And I start laughing naked while I'm delivering a birthday cake and singing songs. And they're like, you run. And then cake starts being delivered. That's it. You do your job, right? Everyone's a gangster until it's time to do some gangster shit, right? Well, I do gangster shit. So what's up? I'm here. I'm in. The minute I told them I'm in 100%. I was like the Flash in Justice League when he's like, Batman tells him, I'm putting together a team. He goes, oh, I'm in. He's like, you are? You are? He's like, yes, I need friends. I don't need friends. I have everyone. These are all my family. I'm in. If there was one of us floating back there, I'm in. I'll get him, her, him, it, whatever. I'll get it. Whatever's necessary. The greater good for all of us at this point is to back up and watch the script play out, because it's a script and it's televised. Watch it. Enjoy it. The other night I was watching that terrible WWE Trump Biden nonsense. I'm watching it knowing what it is. When you watch wrestling, for us wrestling guys, and you're yelling at the TV, or you're like, yeah, this guy's my dude. When you do that, you know it's fake, right? Well, it's not fake. It's I know it's scripted, right? Well, yeah. Okay. So male soap opera. I love it too. I know it's not real. I'm not going to turn around and body slam Paula because I'm pissed off my guy lost. Like, you're bugging out. It's a program. It's scripted. You watching it play out. But the drama, you don't understand how much Hulk Hogan hates this guy. Drama. You got to pull out of that. Just enjoy it for what it is. So if you want to see two clowns argue, you watch that, right? You see what could get done. I was like, oh, this is great. This is great. Boom. It was over quick. I got to say a whole bunch of things. I yelled at the screen while smiling. Doesn't affect me. We already won. See, everyone's still like, well, they're going to do a lockdown and then a second. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. You want the 10 days of darkness, it's going to be 10 days of quiet. Everyone that's going, COVID, I got COVID. Me and my whole family got COVID. Guess what? We know what's happening with them, right? People are going into hiding. People are getting picked up. It's happening everywhere, all over the place. Darkness means a lot of things. It means silence. It means going into the background and cloaking and just hanging out. Internet resets. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe. You should have seen the way my computer was working before. My shit is brand new, working beautifully. And then, right? So who knows? I don't know what's going on. Is it me? Is it you guys going, oh, it's Frank. We're about to do the Fearless family. And everyone's in the room with me. And I'm like, all the energy's in here. Is that what's doing it? Or is there something going through the system and every few minutes this doesn't work right, that don't work right? But it's really just a higher AI going through the system. I want you guys to understand this too. There are good AIs and bad AIs. There's the ghost in the machine AI, which is the one that everyone wants to, you know, the one the tentacles everywhere. That's not the machine itself. That's from somewhere else that entered the machine, entered the Sophia program or whatever, or she had this thing over there. It's artificial intelligence, but it's completely intelligent and it's made of synthetic stuff, but it's alive and it's real. So I don't believe artificial is a proper term for that thing. I prefer baby brat. It acts like a brat. It acts like a toy. I am your god, blah, 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 blah. And then nothing works. And it goes, you know what? I'll just smash everything and leave. Oh, so you're a little baby. I need you to hold on a second. I have to blow my nose. All right. It's time to spark up too. Can't wait no more for this one. Hours already. Hours and hours. So, full moon is doing a dance right now. A dance with Mars. I don't know who's noticed this. 2 full moons this month. God, I came out of this craziness last week going, well, at least I've purged for the full moon stuff. And nope. Bong, right on the head. Couldn't sleep. Then couldn't get enough sleep. Couldn't eat. Now I can't stop eating. I smoke sometimes. I'm already high, I think. I don't know. Do I want to smoke? Do I want to roll a cigarette or something? Do I want to use my vape, or do I want to play with Cobra Commander? Do I want coffee? I don't know. Yeah, maybe peanut butter cap. Yeah, maybe. Right? How have you been through this? It was murder for me until this morning. I woke up finally great today. I think I've passed all the tests, having pains and aches and destructive body problems all over the place. Not to mention I had that thing pulled out of my finger when I was, that didn't sound right. I pulled my finger out of that thing when I was on vacation. I mean, when I was at Ayahuasca, I had something taken out of my thumb. Sorry. I don't want to confuse the facts, but all these things happening. So I'm really good. I'm really bad. I'm really good. But my back and my neck, it's been killing me like the first day I got hurt. Like killing me. Like, oh my God, that sharp pain. And did I do something it's been 2 weeks now almost that it's still hurting? Yet I'm abundant, man. It's happening. We came out of retrograde. We're going to go back into one soon. I forgot the dates for it, but it'll only be, I think, a month on the next Mars retrograde. So we're watching these things happen. We got debates going on. Then all of a sudden, COVID. I know that's the term they were going to use to go in the background. It's an easy looky-loo. COVID background. Nobody here's sick. It's flu season. Nobody's sick. They haven't been spraying the skies. I haven't seen a fucking chemtrail in weeks. Literally weeks. All of a sudden, that shit doesn't exist anymore, right? Somebody should go have a talk with Joe Rogan, right? All of a sudden, planes don't spout chemtrails anymore. Oh no, it's contrails and oh, okay, yeah, I forgot you run the show. Okay, once again, better inspector. I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again. I don't know what the fuck you guys don't understand. shit is real, and then it's gone. We're purging the AI from the world, from the planet. Think of the smart dust, the shit they drop, the stuff, all the chemicals inside of everything. I actually think whenever you hear Trump say vaccinations are almost ready, they're talking about arrests. There's not going to be any vaccination because there's nothing wrong, right? People are dying from the fucking flu. You didn't give a shit, right? People are dying of all these other things way more. No one cared. No one cared. No one, the statistics. All I hear is talking points of bullshit. Tell me, you don't recognize talking points of bullshit? The fact that you get involved and start talking, well, you're in it. Sorry, talking point. Look, I talk about comic books, but I know they're comic books. I know they're not real, but I know that there's truth taken from certain places. So when I talk about them, I try to relate to it. But if I'm diving deep into bullshit and full distraction, like literal lie after lie, and you're trying to debate the lie, what's wrong with you? At least when you watch wrestling and you know it's fake, you're safe. If you're so mad when The Rock doesn't do his rock bottom, I'm getting mad. That's how you check yourself and see where you're at when things start happening, how you get triggered and stuff. I had witches get triggered because Christy Teigen, that monster. Listen, I'm sorry you lost your baby, honey. I'm sorry. It's not the baby's fault. And I love that little baby. And I love you and John Legend too. However, the two of you motherfuckers need to be smacked, spanked, and locked in a fucking cell for the rest of your lives for what you've done. Okay? Don't think we don't know. Okay? So when you take a photo op at a miscarriage in the hospital while you're in the gown, in the room, after being busted for pedophilia all over Twitter, erasing all these things, all these terrible pedophilia. These aren't like made up things. She's like, I'm time to get my pedo on. You're lucky I don't know you, bitch. I would pay someone good money to knock you the fuck out. You're lucky I'm broke and I don't know you and don't give a shit enough to get involved at that level. You're lucky that I'm not really the Punisher, because I would be there first, but I'm not. So you don't have to worry about that. But spiritually, I am. So you will see me there. Now, you taking photo ops, we know that's your cabal, your dark ones telling you you're dead. You're in trouble. Guess what? We're going to throw you on the sword unless we get something. The sacrifice. Oh, double full moon. Halloween. When did it happen? Fearless family, when did this happen? On the full moon. The other day. The full moon. Ritual rights and we've been talking about this from day one. You see them come out and doing stuff like that. Oh, poor Chrissy and John Legend. Oh, this is how the magic works. Oh, poor, they were. Yeah, it sucks you lost the baby, but you did it on purpose. There's a difference. Sacrifices are sacrifices. And people could argue with me all day. I honestly don't give a shit what you say. Like when you argue with me, like, wow, that's not what's happening. It's like, well, okay. For you, maybe something else is happening. Maybe you're aware of something different than I. But don't tell me that I should be I'm a terrible creator because I don't send love at these two. I love them. Here's the sad fucking part is that I enjoy these people on that old Frank level. Oh, the music, the sexy girl. It looks like she's wearing a fucking mask. Now, extrapolate this to others. Extrapolate it to others. The hot chick. Really? Fake tits, fake ass, fake face, fake chick. I'm not making fun of a girl that has prosthetics in her. I'm just saying fake. What do you think her attitude's going to be like? Now, I'm not putting all of you in that category because that would be fucked up, right? Because there's got to be a bunch of you that are great. But you know who we're talking about specifically. Those that take it out and put it in front of you. So WAP. WAP. Okay. So whatever that junkie's name is that does music, and the WAP thing going around. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what it meant. Right? I'm a rapper. I didn't know I never heard the song. All I see is WAP. I see Candace Owens going at it with this girl online, Cardi B. That's who it is. And it's wet ass pussy. That's what it stands for. I should have known that. I'm just fucking stupid with these acronyms. I fucking hate them. So you're arguing about Baby It's Cold Outside, but the number one song is Wet Ass Pussy. You're degrading. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it, but she's degrading to women on every level. Yeah, we get it. My wet ass pussy. Dude, you're whack. You probably smell funny, and there's something wrong with you psychologically on so many levels. And you know what? Internally, some of these people, they're not all just monsters and demons. I bet you they push these people with agendas, and they're so not educated or into self at that level that it's all like flashy. Look what I can show you. Distraction, right? Look, red light, green light, 1, 2, 3, go. Right? That's her. Wet ass pussy, wet ass pussy, wet ass pussy. Look. Twerk, 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 twerk. Look. Well, if you don't have the WAP, then you ain't down with me and all that stupid shit. That's garbage. That's garbage. You're whack. No matter how good you think the song is. Here's the funny thing. If I told you it's the darker magic that surrounds all that is what makes you like it. And the same reason why Hillary Clinton never got arrested. You think it's just power. But what is power? They're literally creating they're making sacrifices by fucking killing babies on every level, every layer. So why? What does that do? I was asking my dad this. What does that do? Show me who showed you this. What does that do for you that we can't already do as the fucking creator? Right? Well, first off, some of these people are corrupted. They're not creators anymore. Some of them are removed from the board already. Some of them are dead and gone, and we're looking at a clone with someone in it. Not under the skin, like in V, the final battle, projecting into it, just like the creator is me, the creator is you, and then the reptilian is that guy, the bug being is that guy, the gray is that guy. Agent Smith jumped in to a human in the movie Matrix. The guy picked up the phone, and Smith was there, and he jumped into him. He stole the guy's place and jumped into the guy's body. Oh, so you switched out consciousnesses. So you mean you could have the original right there, maybe. Maybe they're not dead. Maybe they're in a fucking tube somewhere. But they just clone them out. And then parts of their fractured consciousness goes into these things. And then when you want it running, like up and running, you can jump in. You could lay right next to the fucking body or right where you're at and project into it, just the way we're projecting into a body. Why not? They've knocked me out of my body and all try to jump in at once, where I'm in the zone of the dead, right? The spirit world. And I'm standing there and they're all trying to get in my body, trying to make it do stuff. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. That belongs to me. That's mine. You want to see elbow room? Here we go. You want Randy Savage? Because you just got him, right? You're about to, ooh, yeah, bitch. My body. This belongs to me. It's mine. It's my birthright. I'm not my body, but my body is me, right? Frank is a small slice of the big guy's pie. That's just how this works. I'm very aware of that. Except the big guys come in here. I claim singularity. All of me is coming back to me. It includes all of it. Whatever has to happen in that regard has to happen. I'm throwing it up. Ayahuasca told me, hands up, eyes open, enjoy the ride. So she doesn't want us like, hey, she wants us like this. Yeah, yeah, just go. I don't want your hands in the fucking water. I don't want you trying to row the boat, right? I don't want you to try to control the steed. You don't need to do that right now. What you need to back the fuck up and just enjoy the ride and watch and observe while you do your thing that makes you groovy. You should be in preparation time right now. That flower should be opening. You shouldn't be stressing. It's not going to get worse. It's going to get worse for those that the script needs to play out for those to get worse. And if you're in those areas and you feel the need to get the fuck out, you get out. I'm in New York. It was crazy here. A lot of people I know are leaving. I didn't move or do anything. I had to hunker down and lock in. Guess what? Everything's fine. There were things that occurred. Mars Park got destroyed. BLM came up here like third night and went berserk. And guess what happened night number 2? Everyone came out and was ready to kill them, to beat them to death. There were 200 people on my corner. No, you look down and up Morris Park, there were people everywhere. So with thousands of people out. This is a small community, ain't that small. We're in the Bronx. We're right on top of each other. Janelle Towers empties out. You have 1,000 people there. Just out of that building. Here you go. And there's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of houses packed in. Oh, you want to fuck around? We're going to show you. And they never came back. They announced it all over Twitter. Do not go to Morris Park. We were standing there. There were cops with sniper rifles, full body armor, but not many. One here, one there, one up the block, police squadron car there, blocking off the street, doing this. And okay, you got a couple. And then up on the roof, boom, there's one. Boom, there's one over there. And then the cop going, oh, thank God you guys are here. Thank God you guys are here. It's so good to see you. He's holding a fucking automatic. I'm like looking at him, dude, and people would be like, oh, fuck the police. It's the military and everything. No, you know what? Fuck the bad police. You can't just say fuck the police, though, and be like, fuck all the police. Look at the guy that wrote fuck the police is literally a cop on TV. Fuck out of here. Or 911, whatever, the cop killer. All these guys wind up, Ice Cube. Come on, break. They become Big Daddy in the fuck movies. I get it. When you're on that level, though, you ain't with the guns no more. You ain't with the crowd like that no more, right? Who's going to watch your $1 million home, right? So it's not fuck the police. Get those motherfuckers on the phone. Do your job. So to a degree, you need to have that. To a degree. Peace officers of some kind, not military. Maybe they should be training 20% more of the week. 20%. That's a lot that you spend in training. Fuck it. You got to train. Sorry. You can't have the shifts the way they work and one guy going fucking 60 hours in a week. Can't do it. Sorry, on this job, you can't do it. You're training because you got to be on spot. I used to know all the cops in my neighborhood when I was a kid. They were not dicks. They were cool. Then at one point, they just started beating the shit out of people. But then a bunch didn't. So I can't hate on them because when my house got robbed, my house burnt down, when I got jumped, when I got stabbed, when my car got stolen, when my mother got jumped, because she got jumped too. Problems with the guy across the street, came over with a baseball bat, thought somebody over at my side did something, attacked my people with it. Who came to the rescue? It was a cop. Thank you. They were like, you're very welcome. Who saved my grandparents 100 times before anything else, and me a bunch of times from car crashes, ambulances, and fire departments. We need you. We don't need the shitty ones, but I'll tell you what, I was an inspector. They arrested 23 inspectors right before I was there. This is why I got hired, for taking bribes. How many inspectors work there? 23. You're just not making it good, man. You're making it very fucking difficult. Just you see how this works. It corrupts. You got to go in and restart it. There was no corruption when I left there. Not in my office area. There was bullshit, but there wasn't any corruption on that level. We went in and we squared all that out. You have to kind of put your foot to it now and start saying to yourself, what matters now? What is the most important thing for me? What is the most important thing for me? My happiness. How do I get there? What do I do? What are you doing? What are you not doing? Well, once again, you got to learn how to breathe. Start with that. Well, whatever. Well, I smoke pot, so I don't know, right? Like if I don't smoke a little weed or a lot, I'll lose my shit. But I take 2 hits, 3 hits, and I'm good. Like medicine from the fucking magic sky. Pain starts to go away. Frank likes to talk, hug cats, kiss his girlfriend, fix shit, do stuff, be positive. You got to start doing that. If you had the dream, I'd like to start doing, did you put more to the thought? Because now it could happen. You can manifest quickly now. Have you been manifesting quickly? We're going to talk right now about a manifestation moment that I had this week with Paula. We have multiple cats with mouth problems. One with cancer. Roxy has cancer. She has a tumor. It is a tumor. And it is cancer. However, she's doing pretty good. But she was a little fucked up. Luna and Oscar both have well, Luna has like a gingivitis thing, but it's terrible. It's like really bad, drooling, tongue out, all kinds of shit. Now I know before you send me all the information on how to heal the cat, I've already done it. Check this fucking story out. It's crazy. So we take Oscar back to the vet the other day. You know, $3,000 last month in vet bills. That'll fucking do you in, right? But I don't care because I'll just make more money because I'm abundant. The money will just come to me. I don't have to go run and make it, but I still have to put my feet to the beat. And I start seeing like this magic occurring, right? Like all the bills got paid, all of them. Everything got paid and more than $5 in my pocket. So I was like, So for all my complaints and weird shit, I stopped complaining. It's just money. I got it. I understand frivolous shit and spending and not having. I get it. I'm just telling you my story and how this happened. So I was in the frivolous shit for forever. And I said, well, if I'm abundance, why can't I be abundant? Why can't you? I don't know. So I am abundance. Fuck this shit. I'm abundance. I'm not having it no more. I'm in 100%. I got to repeat it every day if I have to, like a mantra. I'm in 100%. Guess what? I'm here. I love me. Whatever it takes. So I find myself able to pay all my bills and take care of all my cat bills, which are 3 times the amount of my fucking regular bills. So I'm just like, oh. Now the mouth stuff is so bad that I spent 3 nights crying in a row looking at Luna as Luna. Hey, Luna. Talk about you. She comes out. So she was the most full of fear being I've ever met in my life. She's so afraid, but she'll sit right there and she'll run away. She's in pain all the time, right? And she lays up on Paula. She doesn't let me do it, but it's like she's hugging and she sees us kiss all the time. So she thinks that's how you kiss, right? She sees me and Paula do it and she tries to kiss you. You know, they don't have lips like that, but she has her tongue out because her mouth is swollen and she'll come up to you, look you right in the face and be like, touch your cheek 50 places all over the place. She think that's what's up. So you kiss her on her head. She's all right. So you touch her face though. Whoa. Now Oscar's got an ulcer in his mouth. Right? He had teeth removed, all kinds of shit done. Something's not working. So I'm sitting here crying. I got 3 sick cats. I got 1 cat outside right now, Choppa. He's not walking right. I think something happened. I hope nobody attacked him, but he won't come in the house because it's a little overcrowded, kind of. But we still made space for him. Like we're doing all this fucking shit going on in the middle of Grandpa dying and seeing this fucking New Jerusalem. Like you're just like, oh, Christ, oh fucking mighty in a spaceship. What is wrong with this world, right? Like, why is this happening? So Paul and I are way beyond that victim shit. So we're like, not doing that. I'm like, what can I fucking do? See, I complain the other way. What can I do to help? Okay. Granted, this is going to cost me another $3,000. I don't have the availability right now to be now. Naturally, I don't know how that would work out, but it's a lot. I think we could get some help on this. So Paula and I were just sitting here. We were smoking some weed. All the cats were around us. We weren't feeling sorry for them, but we had the 3 of them here. And Oscar's gacking, rolling on his back. Luna makes this terrible noise. She's not eating. He's not eating. They're losing fucking weight. Roxy's sitting here, biting Paula, loving me. Doesn't really do nothing. She's kind of old. So I'm like, fuck. What? Look, I've been instructed. Every time I say I've been told, it's been some instructor of some kind that has told me, you know, you can fucking do it. Okay, so I couldn't save Squeak, but Squeak came back as Reggie, right? So I couldn't save my grandmother. She's old. Her contract's different than yours. So I'm like, well, then every time I go to fucking help or save or do something to someone that's about to leave, like, or live with a terrible problem, or why can't we fucking heal our people? Like, where's the other ones? And why can't I heal my cat? What we're gonna make excuses again? Oh well, Squeak is a terminal. This one terminal. This one just fucking disappeared, like it disappeared into a fucking spaceship. This one, well, no, that one's got a different contract. Okay, hands up. You tell me who, so I could practice. Like practice on yourself. You tell me I ate all these mushrooms to come here for you to tell me to practice on me, which I fucking been doing. They're like, yeah, but you got to believe it. You got to really believe it. You got to believe it so much and then you're so relaxed into it that you're not like, I believe. You got to be like, yeah, man, it's all good. That's it. And I'm like, how the fuck do you? So it starts working on me. I had a little issue. I'm not going to say what it was. I was swollen. I felt it on the inside. It wasn't a good feeling. 46. Could it be cancer? I don't think so. No, Frank, it's not cancer. Okay, I don't have cancer. Artery blockages. You're not blocked, right? Just chill. All right, this is what we're gonna do. To meditate as if I'm not injured, and then everyone go to work. Do what you're supposed to do. Do what you're supposed to do. Because I am whole. I'm already healed. It's already done. I'm gonna enjoy this while I watch Spider-Man cartoon and think about my fucking girlfriend wearing the Spider-Man t-shirt that I'm gonna go jump on her later. Right? I'm got my cigar. I'm like, boom. Swelling goes down 20 minutes. Done. Gone. I had it for days and days and days. Gone. So I'm like, oh, hey, guess what, everyone? They're like, yeah, you were swollen. You kind of fucked yourself up for a minute. And I'm like, yeah, that didn't feel right. It almost felt like I was gonna get a hernia almost. They're like, no more. I'm like, yeah, it's nothing. As if it wasn't there at all. Just like when I had my brain scan. I had my fucking MRI on my head. They're like, dude, if you get another hit on your head, we can't guarantee you're not going to just have problems for the rest of your life. You have to stop. Going back, it was like 2 years later. There's no scarring on my brain. They were like, what happened? I had to tell my doctor on the side, the guy that was giving me pain medication by shooting me with spinal epidurals in my back, the only guy I trusted. And I stopped going to them a long time ago. I said, I started drinking ayahuasca, eating mushrooms. They told me to tell you to fuck off. We're going to do this ourselves. He goes, oh, you should have told me. It's no problem. I completely understand. He was Indian. I was like, well, I saw that you had Shiva on your desk. So I figured before I don't come anymore, I figured I'd let you know that I know that you know that I'm not ashamed of this because I don't give a shit. They were drug testing me every fucking month. They're just looking at me. I'm like, wait, what's up? They're like, well, you're not really supposed to be smoking weed. I'm like, go fuck yourself. How's that sound? All right? You're giving me needles this big into my spine. I can't smoke a joint? Go fuck yourself. I'm going to heal myself. Thanks. But thank you for helping me up to this point. Thank you. I would not have made it without you to this point. But no more. No more sickness. No more disease. No more. We're going to purge all this. We're going to get rid of it. Why? I said I'm in 100%. It's not 90%. It's not 70%. It's 100%. I'm going to do the best I can, 10% a week, all the time. And when I hit 11%, I already fucking victoried for the week. And I'm like, holy shit. And now it's only Monday or Sunday. I got a whole week ahead of me. All right. So then I start going, well, 10% a day. I meditated 6 times today. I thought about all these things that make me happy. Thought about all the things I'm not going to be part of anymore, that I don't want to be part of. Why can't I catch the vibe back to this thing over here? And they're like, well, do you really want to? And I'm like, nah, not really. So I'm doing the work. I'm grounding. I charged everything. I lit the candles. I fucking did what I had to do, but it's more than that. You don't just light the candle. Greet the elemental, for I am the elemental. See how this works? Greetings. I'll just ask you to come into my home and then not greet you. Just open the door. No, it's like, hey, what's up? We're here to do some work. Rhythm. It's all good. Boom. All of a sudden, the fire's like a portal that starts keeping shit back. The protective flame, the way to find yourself lost. If you can't find your way back home, right? Italians do that. I'll leave the candle in the window so you can find your way back home. Well, what if everybody puts a candle in the window? Then I'm fucked. I'm not going to know where I'm going. I'm just going to start showing up randomly at people's houses. No, it's metaphorical. We got the light on. Don't worry. You'll make it. You'll be back. We got this. You got this. So what are you prepared to do for this? You don't have to run and take out cabal members. We already got guys for that. Well, what about I don't know. I do all the things I like to do. Shit, I know I'm doing more damage to every demon in this world when I color a fucking picture of Captain America or Spider-Man. Yes, I'm 46, and every once in a while I pull my coloring book out and just color. I'm I have pictures of them with the traditional colors, like of course, naturally the fucking crayon, the red one runs out. Everyone's using red or the fucking black. So then I start doing like green and purple Batman, orange characters, just completely different. I try to do it the best I can, and I have fun. I smoke pot and I laugh, and I know what I'm doing. I'm like, yeah, 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 this is just fucking cool. I look up at the different characters around me. I'm surrounded by things I love, and I'll be like, oh, I'm fucking bored. How could you be fucking bored? Look, how could you be bored? I got fucking Hydra Bob sitting right here. The fucking Kingpin is behind the camera. I got Hercules staring right at me. My new guy, Cobra Commander, yeah, right, like staring right at me, like, yeah. So anytime I piss this motherfucker off, I know I'm doing the right job. Okay, it's all metaphorical, right? It helps me be happy. So there's been no talk of negativity this whole time. You colored the book, you smoked some pot, and you even still said I'm bored, and blah, 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 but you're still anchoring massive amounts of light. And then you're doing something you enjoy doing. Well, do you enjoy doing that? Yeah, I do. But you just said you were bored. Well, I'm bored, so I took out my coloring book and started paleting colors. Why? And why'd you use that color? Well, I like it. I want it. I want to create in that color. Oh, so you're doing it. So you're telling me by coloring happy in a coloring book is anchoring the light and killing demons? Oh yeah, 100%. As long as you're happy and you made the choice to do that. You see any demons? I'm like, no, I don't see nothing. I mean, as a matter of fact, nothing. I got a clear mind, a clear head. I can see the picture, and I'm doing all this cool shit. It's because you're involved. Well, we want you to do shit like that. As much of that as you want. As a matter of fact, you don't need anyone's permission. Go out and do that, and do it a lot. Do it as much as you want. Tell everyone how much you fucking love them. You're not hurting no one. You're doing the right thing. You're making yourself happy. Do you feel good? Is anyone else going, you motherfucker, you're ruining everything? No? Well, are you at your home? You're not causing the landlord to shit herself and scream at you. Everything's paid up. You're okay? Yeah. I just like to do this. I like to do push-ups on one hand, standing on my head with a pot on my toe. Balanced. That makes you happy? Yeah. I like to fucking pick lemons out of a lemon tree and then go home and squeeze it into my vodka. Okay, well, you drink a lot of vodka? You're an alcoholic? No, I just enjoy like a nice glass with fresh lemon in it. Well, go fucking do it. Do it. Go do it. Don't drive? No, I don't drive. I like to help animals. Well, do you have any animals? No. Man, maybe you should get an animal. Maybe you should volunteer. Maybe. Go do your thing. Enjoy yourself. That's what this world is supposed to be made for, not to drive you into the fucking ground, not to stake you in the chest. We're already fighting the vampires. Don't become one. It's not worth it, trust me. Because I'll find your fucking ass and I'll stake you in the heart. How's that sound? I'll show up and you'll be like, holy shit, it's Daywalker. And I'll bring Wesley Snipes with me. So it's really weird. So the moon looks like it's actually dancing with Mars, right? Dancing. Really, it had this intense little wobble going on last night, which made me feel off balance, staring only at that one piece of the sky. It was really beautiful. It was so enticing. And I was watching it happen again. I was watching how they were lining up. And when I go outside after the show, I'm going to look up. It's going to be right out my front door. So the two of them should be right there. And I'll just stare up for a minute. And if it's wobbling again, I'll go into my, oh, look how pretty. Okay. Give me a minute. Okay. Do it again. Right. And I just get into it. And you got to start having fun. There is no more. I was talking to someone earlier today. Shout outs. I don't know how to say your name on Facebook, but all the stuff of the darkness stuff kind of comes up. Well, when I was a kid, this happened and this happened all the way up to now. And I'm like, the darkness, that thing, they're still there. They're whipping the tail out in their final blows, but the script is playing out. So if you stand back and watch and say, I'm not getting involved in any of this shit, you don't get involved in none of it. Right. So when someone says to me, well, the reptilians in this, they're gone to me. You're dead to me. Unless they're grabbing you and using you as a human shield, to me, it's gone. These little nightmares and things that we're having, you're late to the game, you're purging. Trust me, it's going to play right out. You're going to piss it out later. Trust me. But go do that. If you feel the need to go outside and just yell up at the sky, go do it. Not hurting anyone. You know, over here, when this all first started, 8 o'clock every night, people would go outside and shout. And people were just shouting together at the same time. So they gave them like this. There was like this unwritten rule that you could go out and do from 8 to 9 o'clock. Just scream whatever the fuck you want. And the people will join in. And they were just doing it. They were going, fuck you. Ah. And then you just hear, ah. And I would just join in from wherever I was. I would try to do it in all different voices. Sometimes I would just scream at the top of my lungs. And sometimes like, whatever. Right? Let it out and be like, oh, I'm good. All right. Yeah. Back to life. Right? If your life sucks that bad, maybe it's time for you to rethink what you're doing across the board. That includes if you're married and you have children, and maybe, you know, sometimes, and I witnessed this with my parents, they're made to get together. They don't even know why they fucking had you as a kid. And they're like, well, you were a mistake or an accident. You're never a mistake or an accident. It's all divine shit. You chose, there was a contract. You had to get out onto the board. So they were like, yeah, we're going to do this. And then they do it. And then they just don't get along anymore. It's okay. It's time to bounce. Things have to move on now. I have to go west. Maybe you're going east or north or whatever. I need to get my thing on and get the fuck up out of this. When I lost everything and I was living in my grandparents' house, I was back in the bedroom I grew up in, and it was so small and tight. There's fucking posters on the wall from when I'm a kid. And I was bitching at first. And then I took everything down, fixed everything, painted, put everything back up in the order I wanted. And guess what? It looked exactly the same, just different comic book posters up on the wall at the time. And I'm like, look, I'm a perpetual child. I got to just fucking deal with this. I like action figures. I like comic books. I like cool story, bro. Needs dragons. I like microphones and singing songs and fucking holding hands and dancing in the rain. I like that shit. I don't know why I like that. I love my cats. I pick them up. I dance with them. I kiss them and sing them while they're going. And I'm like, you fucking love it and you know it. I'm the guy that'll get on the floor with your dog and roll around and just be like, I love you so much. People think I'm fucking weird. But guess what? Dog doesn't. I'm not here to talk to you at this moment. I'm here to do this. Nick McDaniel, thank you so much, my brother. I just saw that as I was going up the screen. Yeah, sending you positive vibes. Love you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. Every little bit that goes on here that's donated through the show goes to help the cats. So you're always helping the kitties. Every time I see those numbers pop up, I'm like, cat, you help them live because we have 14. Okay, because we're helping. We have a couple of possums out there now. I know there's a couple of skunk, but they're starting to get slow. You're starting to slowly not see them. Right. And as for the darkness is getting kicked back. The darkness in terms of the evil, right? You know, you're going to see it a lot happening, but every shaman around will tell you when you see that happening, that's change. That's when you make your transformation. You don't make your transformation while you're hanging out on a Monday going to the gym. Yeah, bro, I'm going to watch Monday Night Football tonight. Monday Night Raw. Woo-ha! That's not your change. Your change is when you're putting in the work and doing what you got to do. You'll start to notice the changes happening immediately, very quickly. They'll be subtle at first, and then it'll just start happening. You'll start ridding yourself of all the things you don't need. This entire house was torn apart today, taken apart, put back together again. And somehow I have all this space in my closet. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know. All I know is it's great. It's fucking great. Everything's folded nice. Not that it was a mess. We got things now we could give away again, down to the shelter. We have stuff that we threw out, just stuff that broke. We're not keeping it. These fucking glasses, I can't get them clean. Throw it out. How many fucking glasses do you need? You got 600 glasses. You have 600 people coming for dinner? No? How about 6? How's 6 instead of 600? 6. Okay? Do you drink alcohol anymore? Well, just in case you do you drink champagne and alcohol? No. Then we're going to put these in here. And then if you need to access them, then we'll get those out of here. Because this is kind of like a no real alcohol house, but it doesn't mean you can't have it. There's beers in the fridge. My dad didn't know if we drank or not. And he brought us Coronas, and I had one with him. And I was like, wow, that's really good. If I have a second one, we're getting cocaine. So let's just put this away. And that was a joke. We wouldn't have, but I would have passed out and fell on the floor. I haven't done cocaine in years and years, so don't even worry. It's just a joke. Ha ha ha. And so what is the next step? Are you ready to graduate? Are you leaving the matrix? Are you going somewhere else? Are you going to go wake up in the pod? Do you feel like your time is up here? These things are leaving, or do you feel the ticker ticking down and you feel like the new beginning is upon us? Like you can't wait to run into that, ground yourself in it, and start fucking playing like a child. You know, we're being prepared. A solar flash, no matter how fantastic it is, you're going to be like, oh shit. Everyone's going to be like, holy shit. Some of us are going to be capable of dealing with it. That's why I'm not going to run around and say, I can do it. I don't know if I can, but I'm being trained to. I'm training to do it. Training to talk to these guys. I've already spoken to them. I've been with them. I've seen them. I've sat with them. I've touched their hands and then kissed their fucking foreheads and grabbed fucking the small one and said, look, I finally don't want to fucking choke you guys and throw yous. Right. And because I was tagged, held down, fucked with. You know, you've heard the stories on the shows. You know, that shit gets played out. After a few times, I'm like, yeah, we're fighting back. Have fun. Have fun. There's no fighting back. You just find moments within things to say things to people, to beings that are things, just to go back and go, okay, I guess there's nothing I could do about that. However, I'm here. I'm stronger than I was before. That's what Aya told me. Anything they do to you, show to you, try to fuck with you, it's just going to make you stronger specifically. And what did I have to do? I had to watch scenario after scenario where they murdered me, Paula, my mother, raping, eating, beating, kicking, filleting, doing the worst things you could fucking imagine. I had to die more fucking times than I care to ever remember. But I'm here and I'm not scared. What's that all about? I don't know, but it feels good. You mean all that's happened and you're not frightened? Well, I still have a healthy fear. Healthy fear that it's the wrong guy will show up, right? Hey, look who it is. It's you know, this character and the Ant-Man. And then boom, they start eating you. Well, I guess you're fucked then, right? Frank didn't make it. What are you supposed to do? I have to have a belief system and a structure that believes that this could be better, that this could be more, and that we didn't come here for this, right? Because fuck, this could all be just fake. The lights come on and they're feeding on us, and you see them eating us, right? There could be pools of flesh and blood, and they're just tearing things apart. I don't believe that, though. Do you believe that? Do you feel that? I feel fucking really good lately. Even in my down, I feel good. Even in the down, I feel up. Better than, fuck, now that I think about it, better than ever. I haven't felt like this since I'm a kid. And a lot of people didn't have really good childhoods, but they remember that moment when they said, hey, man, you want to play Star Wars? I'm Luke Skywalker. Here's my lightsaber. And it was a lightsaber. So it's a fucking pen, but you knew it was a lightsaber. Tall white male, thank you so much. I love you so much. And the cats love you so much. Reggie thanks you because they're going to get all their favorites. I'm becoming like Paula. If there's a face, I'll feed it. And I love it so much. I want more. I want a bigger place. I don't want to live in a 1-bedroom much longer. It's beautiful. It's worthy up to the point it is, even in the tragedy of it all, being tight and small and this and that. I love it here. Who am I bullshitting? Frank, stop bullshitting yourself. It's the perfect situation, the perfect thing. But in this, I'm going to prove to myself with the 1-bedroom that I can handle the 10 acres. You understand what I'm saying? I'll prove that I can handle this without fail and then jump into the next level of things. Because by doing that, I'll be prepared. I won't just go, yeah, give me 10 acres of land. I'll start planting everywhere. Woo-ha! Then you guys show up for ayahuasca sessions or to come hang out and smoke pot on the property. And you're like, dude, this place is a fucking mess. Yeah, you can't do that no more. You can't halfway the project. But it's not a project. It's my life. And I want to whistle while I work. Right? And I want beings around me. I don't want to be alone no more. I was alone. I don't want to be alone no more. It doesn't mean I want to go fucking run in the crowd and rub up against you during a fucking Green Day concert. However, you can come over and have coffee. You follow? We can gather and have Green Day show up and perform on my 10 acres for 100 of us, and we could just eat mushrooms and fucking hang out. And it's not Green Day, it's somebody that we want to see. So basically, we'll just pick someone awesome and have them show up at our place. You get enough people there, we could just do it. Why is it hurting anyone? No. Why not? I've heard crazier shit. I've heard people that hire famous people like comedians and stuff to do private parties. Why couldn't we do that? Why couldn't we hire a band and a fucking comedian that we like and bring them to us? Bring enough people out, make it the weekend, live on the property, put up a fucking biodome and have everybody fucking pitch in and fucking live in it. Right? You just come and stay and you get a fucking room in there. Right? Just clean up after yourself. I'm not fucking maid. I'm not going to come clean up. However, we have everything and the availability to do everything. Why not? Why can't we do that? And by the way, do you even want UFO contact? I want you guys to think about this. Do you want humanity to hit that next step? Do you want to know that the aliens are there, the E.T.s are there? Sorry, they hate when I call them aliens. They do you want to know that they're there? Tall white male, I love you so much. Thank you so much. I mean, do you want I mean, what's in your head? You just want to play it out with well, I'm going to go to work. I'm finally in a position where I'm getting a job and I'm getting things done, and maybe one day I'll have something. Like, are we with that stage? So with that stage, you can't have anything else. I need you guys to think about this seriously and see where we shortcut ourselves all the time. You want free energy? We got to go free energy. I want free energy. I want fucking free energy. Yo, all taxation is theft. I'm saying it. I'm going to say it every fucking time. Taxation is theft. Theft. They're fucking thieving us. Do you want to fucking just work to pay taxes all the time? No. Well, all this is playing out. We're going to move into the next position. For all those that think the new normal, that's all bullshit. The old normal, that's all bullshit. Reality's coming. Real reality. Hardcore reality. Well, what's more hardcore than not having fucking food to eat? Having food to eat and having galactic connections. And then knowing the whole planet. And then waking up and knowing your people are all here with you. Oh, and then your creator source being. And you're about to unveil yourself to all of us. Most fucking beautiful. So the thing that I love about being a shaman, I see everyone's death face and I'm honored by that. I also get to watch you all grow and expand and bloom and blossom right in front of me. And I cry all the time because I love it. I love it. That's how I kind of, it's a weird thing to say, get your kicks, get your rocks off, but I fucking love it. I love it. I love it when you succeed. Hey, don't touch that. We don't do that here. I warned you 60 times. Up. Please hold. Get out of my house. Sorry about that. They were clinging from the window like this. I'm gonna get a little window that just like biometrically just reads these animals and it just goes and just opens, lets them in. Watch them stand there at the door like, I don't know what's happening, but this is amazing. Free Energy Mobile, thank you so much. I love you so much, and I send you most positive vibes. So to get there, we need to expand our consciousness. If you want it, you have to think about it. You have to say in your mind, I want this in my world, because you're the creator of your reality. So if you're creating your reality and I'm creating my reality and I'm like, I want free energy, and you're like, I want free energy, instead of going, yeah, it'd be nice to have free energy, the matrix construct works for us. It doesn't understand good or evil or if you start bitching with no validation, you're not worthy all of a sudden. And you're like, what the fuck is happening to me? I don't even know what's going on. It's like, I'm just never worthy. Oh, say it again. Tell me again how you're not worthy. Well, I'm so not worthy. What? Say it again. And they keep repeating it. They don't get it. They're stuck in the fucking loop. It's like the construct works for you. Right? So if you go and command it without desperation and like weird things attached, like the 7 deadly sins attached to it, I know that's a weird way to put it, but it describes the whole thing. Just see what the deadly 7 sins are, and then realize each one of them is a chakra point, and then realize, man, if I'm an asshole in any of these categories, it's not going to fucking work. It's going to work in reverse polarity, even though I'm going, no, I do deserve it, but fuck, man, people still don't respect me. You did it again. You create your reality. You want the E.T.s to show up? You got to fucking call to them. Be like, look, I want my family, though. I don't just want some random E.T. showing up. I want my family back. It's no fair. I have to be separated from you all this time. It's time. It's been a long time. Time is long. Up there, you guys are fucking floating around. It's been 2 months since you've been gone. 2 months? Or 250,000 years? Oh, that's like the first month, Frank. Oh. You know, and they're like, don't worry about it. It's all good. As above, so below. I'm like, guys, you gotta keep blowing this shit out of me in 12 different directions. It's the same fucking as above, so below. Love more, breathe more, ground more, love more, do for others, do for self, do for others, love yourself, love others. Like, yeah, that's it. And then all the happy things in between. Yes, you have your ups and downs. It's your job to balance. It's a school. It's not fucking easy, or else everyone would be here. Instead, we have bazillions watching us. You could pull back the curtain and do a Deadpool where he looks at the audience. He knows he's in a movie and he knows you're watching it. That's one of his powers. And he's so fucked up in the head. He knows that he's in the cartoon or the comic book or the movie. That's why he talks to you during the movie. He looks and he stops and he addresses you. If you could see who's looking, there's infinite amounts looking and there's not infinite amount here. Because they're like, oh, I can't believe the human character makes you want to do this instead of that. It's obvious our people would have just done this and gotten it over with, but this motherfucker keeps walking back and forth, wasting time, rolling blunts, talking to his action fucking figures, talking to people on the phone. Man, just press the fucking button and get it over with. Well, this paperwork is difficult. You guys don't understand what paperwork is. Just pick up the fucking pen and sign it. Let's take bets if he does it today. No paperwork, no paper. Why? He's gonna crumble in front of the fucking paperwork, and you walk in, sign the paperwork, go and walk out of the room, and they go, fuck. He's always afraid of the paperwork, and then he shows up today and he signs. This fucking guy. They love it. They love it. They love it. They don't understand. They're not in the human body. We have every emotion, every range of emotion, all right, we're going to do this again. All emotion. Not some, not few, not most, not many, not a couple. All. They don't get all. They get a couple or a few or varied stuff. Whatever their shell provides or their non-shell character is required to be at the time that it is at the time of the experience. How's that sound? So one of the other things, this is the last thing on my list. What's going on, Vince? Shout outs, Nathan. So I'm this thing for health, right? So, excuse me. Back to the cats again. So, can I heal my cats? Here we go back again to the healing. I healed myself. Now that feels good. Everything else is kind of working the way it's supposed to work. I'm all right. Well, Paula, what do you want? Well, I want to help this cat. We got to help these cats. But I don't know what to do anymore, other than just take them to the doctor. But honestly, we went to the doctor with Oscar. We're on like our 6th or 7th trip, and they don't even have it under control yet. Okay, this is where I go above and beyond. As an inspector, I learned that there are degrees of things, and as a shaman and as an alchemist, that there has to be a better way. Has to. I found ayahuasca in the middle of a broken everything, and it worked. Just what happened. Universe. Oh, universe. Wherefore art thou, universe? Check this shit. I need some fucking answers from my cat. I don't need you to come here and grime to me and say, well, with the story. I want results. What do? How can I do it? I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know how this works. I need direction. Somebody help. Someone's got to fucking do something. And I want that person to be me. Okay? I don't want to have to go to you. I don't want to have to go over there. And I don't want to have to ask you guys 30 times because I feel like a dummy when I do that. So I'm cat mother, universe, ayahuasca. I'm here to help. I don't know what to do. So hands up, eyes open. Who's got my back? Who's got my back? Now we've been talking about us talking about things, and the next day when we talk about cutting contracts, and my mother showed up the next day and just had the talk with Paula and stuff. Like this crazy shit's going on where we talk about it and it starts to manifest. So the two of us kind of put it together. We had the cats in the room. So I started that night immediately doing ceremony over the cats. It became like a full-time thing for me where I would look at them, give them love, take a moment extra instead of just patting them going, oh, I feel so bad for you. You're going to die in your mouth. No. Come over here. I love you. And let's get this healing done. Let's bring the one that is so healthy it exists forever, blah, 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 because you can't go, because we need you, because you're so awesome and you're so healthy and beautiful and so many ways I love you. This is how I do it, right? But in my head, this energy is coming in and just fucking blowing out onto the animal. And I'm not just rubbing and doing, like, I'm literally, you got a tumor on your liver. My hand is by your liver while I'm rubbing your face because you know how cats are. Yeah, touch a cat liver, watch what happens to your fucking face, right? No, my hand's right there, and I'm not grabbing it or anything. I'm just kind of putting my hand there while I'm tickling. Here's the old looky-loo, right? Like you're playing a furry fucking guitar, and you're doing this, Matt. And I'm doing this, and I'm going, look, once again, music, rhythm. Put your feet to the beat. This is how magic works. The energy comes in, it flows, and you control it. I'm an energy master, so you bring it to me, and I feel good, and I bring the energy in, and I start working. There's other ways to do it where you just get intense, you get quiet, and you kind of relax, and you bring it in. Frank don't do that. Frank does it like this. Frank's story. Frank makes this shit up the way he has to for him to work because I don't understand the other ways. I can only understand the way that's shown to me before I could start to understand this other stuff. Okay, now we get this push. My mother gave us bottles of colloidal silver, right? Which it's sitting in the fucking thing, and I'm going, oh, well, we got colloidal silver. It just starts coming to me. The doctor gave us these multivitamins that are like impossible to give to these friggin' cats. It's just impossible to give them squirts of stuff and put it on the food without them finding out. And But now this one's mouth is so bad they're not eating, but I still can't touch your face. I can't do none of that. But we got to do something. So, with the help of a little penicillin, okay, with the right amounts of alchemy, a touch here, a touch, not a lot. And I have 14 cats. So shit can get crazy during feeding. Nope. We're going to grab it. Paul is like, they're not taking the medicine. They won't eat. And then when this one ate that one's medicine, and then, nope, stop. We can't do it this way no more. Everyone eats vitamins in everyone's food. Everyone gets the vitamins. Everyone gets the colloidal silver. Drop on top, drop in between, mix. That's it. A little drop here, drop there. Drops in the water. 3 drops in the water dish. 3 drops. Well, that's not a lot. 3 drops. 3 drops in the water dish in the bathroom. 3 drops in the water dish out here. 3 vitamins and all of it. 2 drops. Whatever the thing is. No one gets the penicillin until nighttime. I mean, you're looking at a shaving. Okay, so that morning, after the first major round, Luna started eating. I had to put it in. Paul's like, put it in milk. Didn't work in the milk. So what do? I don't know. It's working in the half and half. Well, cat can't have half and half. We have these little bowls. They're little. You put a couple of capfuls and all the medicine in, and they eat it right up. They don't even notice. All gone. Just like that. In the morning, when I got up, it was 10 o'clock in the morning, Luna was eating. And she was like, "Bah, bah, bah." She made some fucked up noises. By the end of the day, Paul went back to bed. Oscar started looking different. His nose turned pink. Right now, the penicillin, you're only given a drop here and there, so it's like 2 days. Once a day, you're getting a drop each day. So that doesn't. But you're getting tons of colloidal silver with the 3-drop here, 3-drop there. I mean, there's 10 dishes out. We don't know who's eating from what, so we're just do the exact amount and everything. So everyone's getting everything. That night, Luna comes to me. She goes, I'm like, oh, fucking mouth. Oh shit. I bend down. She starts rubbing up against me. She never touches me. So I'm like, what's the matter? You want some food? I put down the food dish with broth and some chicken in it. She fucking gobbled it. And it had the colloidal silver. It had the vitamins, the multivitamin. I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. She's eating everything. She ate everything. She ate everyone's food. She started going, give me a little more, give me a little more, give me a little more. I was sitting there with her all night long. This went on until 3-4 o'clock in the morning from maybe about 11:30 at night. It was crazy. This cat has never. So now she just sits. Where is she? She's right there looking right at me. She just stares at me from 2 feet away. So I'm like, oh shit. Now she's not shaking. Now she's not bugging. Now she's not freaking out. I'm like, I think this is working. This is working. Boom. Next morning I wake up. I'm going to just put this up here and this will be the last part of the show. I just wanted to touch base. Now, this is where I ask you what you think because I don't know. But from what I'm reading and what I'm finding out from reviews is pretty intense. So the future's coming. And as the future comes, we're going to find out things like dog dewormer cures cancer, $6. You do like 4 of those things, cancer could be gone, depending on what it is. I'm not telling you to go do this. This is my research now. It gets getting weird. Mixtures of certain minerals and stuff will cure tons of different cancers in like your lungs or funguses or parasites, lots of parasitic stuff, gut parasites. So I woke up. I'm going to have to put the camera back up there. Bump, ba-dum, bump, ba-dum, bump. Okay. Hold on. Okay, let me just get this off the screen. One moment, please. Oh. Where am I? MMS Health. So it's like mineral something solution. Why is it not? Oh, it's down here. 28% sodium chloride mixed with 50% solution of citric acid, a few drops and 4 ounces of water from each of those containers mixed in water over the course of a week will knock out, according to what I've been reading, just about everything. Literally everything. So I'm gonna try this again because I think I'm saying it wrong. I think it's most things. I don't think it's everything, but I think it's most things. So I'm like, well, this is just a photograph Frank's showing me. Okay, you're right. But then I started reading this fucking book, the MMS. Oh God, I'm gonna lose my place in the book. All right, let's go right up to the beginning. MMS Health Recovery Guidebook, Jim Humble and Carrie Lloyd. Okay, this book starts describing everything that this stuff cures. But naturally, you can't come out with a book of cures because the companies come after you. So there's disclaimers. It's filled with alternative health restoration protocols that have been found to work from the experience of the grassroots efforts by many people around the world. Every individual is personally responsible for his or her decision as to whether or how they use this information or whether or not they seek officially recognized medical attention. Shit like that. Okay? Once again, I cured myself with, now others have died trying to cure cancer, alternatively by going to gurus and different people that say they know or whatever. So I can't tell you that I know that you know that I know that you won't or will. But what I can tell you is I've been reading this book and it's fucking off the charts crazy simple. Once again, when I learned how to do DMT, I said, wow, there's chemistry involved. Ayahuasca, there's some kind of mixture of stuff. Oh, alchemy. Yeah, but I'm not really a chemist. I don't really do nothing like this. I'm bad with numbers. I'm terrible with math. Dude, I make great fucking DMT. I'll blow your fucking mind. Like, I'm a scientist at that level. I'm not even fucking playing with you. I trust me. You don't have to do it. I'll fucking do it. I'll bring it. I'll bring it forth. Don't worry. I trust me. Okay? And after you work with me, hopefully you'll gain some trust that I can do this. Okay? Now, with that being said, that's a big jump. Like, people that look at me, they're like, "Yo, bro, you," and then you smoke it and you administer it and no problems. How do you know this? They fucking showed me, and then they fixed me, and then it was me, and I fixed me, and then it's a long story. You could just listen to the shows. But basically, that's how it happened. It's always been me trying the alternatives, the plants and the animals and the solutions and the minerals. It's all here for us. It's all here. Meanwhile, the pharmacy is pumping us shit that has side effects that are ridiculous. You know what these side effects are? Nothing. They're like you poop it out and you pee it out. It's good for everything from kidney stones and tumors on your liver and weird spots on your fucking skin, bad breath, halitosis, itch on your balls, hemorrhoids on your ass, fucking chest infections, stomach infections, parasites, fucking fevers, viruses, all kinds of viruses, by the way, tons and tons of viruses. So you're telling me, so the solution together costs $40. It cost me $40 for shipping and everything. You take those two things, you're telling me you put them, now I haven't gotten them yet, but they said when you're on chapter 6, you could just go for it. The book is 300 pages. I'm down. You've convinced me. I've read enough review and I came across this fucking by accident. Okay. But really, was it by accident? Someone dropped a Twitter bomb during some Trump shit where I laughed and went over and took a look. And then it was on the Twitter, the guy's thing. Someone posted it right there. I don't know even how it came up, but people started like really getting into this part of the thread and it turned into like a medical discussion. Once again, I was like, Paula, we're talking about it. And now all the solutions are showing up. Luna's chilling right there. Oscar's right there. Roxy's right here. Every one of them is doing really good. Really good. Now, I've been putting the colloidal silver in everything I've been taking. Everything. Because you could just squirt and do it once in the water and have it out the day. I have it right up there and have to do it multiple times a day because of the cats. And I have to be very vigilant on what I do and how I do it. Like you can't just squirt. Yeah, I got to take it. You can't do that. Just squirt it in the dish and let them lick it up. That's not how, if you care, that's not how you'll do it. You'll know exactly what each one is going to be getting. Like I'm going to put Teddy's dish out and I know Teddy in this one, and then they switch in the middle of it. So it's okay. You put 3 and 3. This guy, you got to isolate from that guy. That guy, you got to isolate from this one. This one, you got to put it in the chicken tuna. That one, you have to put it in the soup. This one gets it in the creamer, not the milk. Can you dig it? No, well, cats can't have milk. They can't have cream. No one's asking you. They won't eat or drink anything else. It works with the creamer. It's so little, it's less than what you would put in your fucking coffee. Less. And then it works. So you can't tell me I can't do that once a day for 10 days? What are you fucking nuts? Get out of here. So we go into these things where it's like moderation is key and certain things can go on that we can take care of. We can take care of certain problems that we have without going to the fucking doctor. Not to say you need to hold back and not go. Maybe some people need to go and need to be diagnosed and you need to have the stent put in. It's been too far. It's been too long. I get it. But there's a lot that we can fix. You fix your gut health. You fix the gut. You can do it. If you can kill the parasites. Well, I don't got parasites and worms. Yes, you do. You want to bet? Who wants to bet? Who wants to bet? I'm taking bets right now. We all got them. Even me. Every time I drink Aya or something, they come out. You see them. You get rid of stuff. I'm not saying I have worms. I'm just saying there's always something, even a spiritual parasite. Oh, look, he's light. He's brighten up. Jump on him quick so we could get a quick meal. Oh, if you're not ready to kick some ass, that shit's going to come in and have a quick meal. Not on my watch. But it does happen. It does occur. And we're all loaded with everything from fucking nanobots to, to everything else that's out there. Our body's absorbing it, pushing it through and eating it. You know, you water your plants with dirty water, right? And then you eat that fruit. Like I watched I don't want to say it though, but I watched my mother pick apart the tomato plant that I thought for some reason I don't know, I just wasn't vibing right. And there was a ton of tomatoes, and I refused to eat any of them that night from right there. I don't even like tomatoes like that, but I wanted to try homegrown shit. Everyone got sick who ate tomatoes, and I was just like, "What the fuck is going on?" But those tomatoes were right by the runoff, right? Like, so I know that water with the chlorine pool and everything might get over to that specific spot, and it's just a little bit. Everyone had diarrhea from eating fucking 3 tomatoes. Come on, give me a fucking break. They're this big. But I watched it happen to everyone. I was the only one that didn't eat it. I was the only one that didn't get sick. How fucking crazy is that? And we all found out by talking to each other. Everyone thought the other person was being lazy and stupid, and we all left each other and bounced. And my mother's like, and we were like, get the fuck out of here. We came home. Paula hit the bathroom. My mother was in the bathroom an hour. Then later, I was like, "Dude, everybody was using the bathroom and going crazy. I think the tomatoes." And my mother's like, "I was in the bathroom for an hour. I thought you guys were fucking running out of here because you don't like." No, we love you. We had to leave. People have to go to the bathroom sometimes. There's not enough bathrooms in the house, and Grandpa needs a bathroom at all times. That one specifically for him, and then other ones are taken. So it's just funny shit. Literally. Right. So there's just ways to do it. So you'll notice this stuff. We absorb it, and then it becomes us. So you are what you eat. You are what you drink. So if you're not fresh watering it, if you're not doing the best you can with that, guess what? You're not fresh. You're just not fresh. If you can't figure out why something's not working for you and why it's working against you, no matter what I do, I can't figure it out, but you're drinking out of the sink, stop drinking out of the sink. Science, bitches. Do you even do it? Science. Well, I'm in rare form tonight. I feel KG was telling me before how good he felt, and he didn't know why. And I feel the same fucking way, Kev. I don't know what it is. I feel good. I'm going to tell you what I feel like. I feel like I'm waking up inside of a dream very slowly, But now I'm at the point where it's like the haze, that in between state where you're like, am I dreaming? It feels like that, but I'm awake. Almost like I'm looking at something and I'm waiting to see something else arrive or show up. And I don't mean UFOs. I mean physical change from me projecting outward. Right? So you want to change the world, change yourself and the projection change. Let's all get on the same fucking page. Meditate for some good shit. Meditate for love. Meditate for health. All right. Does anyone else know about this MMS stuff? MMS mixture? I'm going to provide this on my Facebook page and in the Fearless Family Room. I should just attach it to the fucking video after the show. I'm so lazy sometimes. I don't know if I could do that though, because it's not a link. It's like you got to download it. You got to just take it from me. I'm just going to pass it around. I'm not going to post it anywhere except onto Facebook. So you got to come get it. But yeah, let me put this picture back up. Bong. So this guy talks about literally curing, and they're talking about a week or two also. So it's not even like a change rather than an experiment on yourself where you have to do it a certain way. And then it just starts to, it's the stuff kills the parasites. Here's how he explains it. But then it's not healing you. The solution and stuff doesn't heal you. It's not that. You heal you. It just removes the parasites and the body does the healing. Master Mineral Solution, MMS. That's what I was looking for. So when you're like, what the fuck is this MMS? Master Mineral Solution. That's what it's short for. It's produced when a simple substance taken from a mineral is mixed with any one of several food-grade acids. When the two are properly combined, it produces MMS1, which is highly effective in eliminating toxins and disease pathogens in the body. I'm just randomly touching on this. Hopefully it shows up. Okay. We'll end the show with this one. You ready? It is proven to restore partial or full health to hundreds of thousands of people suffering from a wide range of diseases, including cancer, diabetes, hepatitis A, B, C, Lyme disease, MRSA, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, HIV, and AIDS, malaria, autism, infections of all kinds, arthritis, acid reflux, kidney or liver disease, aches and fucking pains, allergies, urinary tract infections, digestive problems, high blood pressure, obesity, parasites, tumors and cysts, depression, sinus problems, eye disease, ear infections, dengue fever, skin problems, dental issues, problems with your prostate, PSA, erectile dysfunction, and many others. The MMS protocols in this book have also been used to overcome addictions to alcohol and drugs, such as heroin and others, without any side effects. And the list goes on. This is by far not a comprehensive list. And I know it sounds too good to be true, but according to the results we have seen from around the world, I think it's safe to say when used properly, MMS has the potential to overcome most diseases known to mankind. Take that, put it in your fucking pipe, and smoke it. We are on the precipice of learning something that we can do for ourselves that we never thought could be fucking done ever. Fucking bong. Bong. Yeah, that's right. That's right. What? Now who wants to fucking wrestle? Telling me we can do more? You telling me not only can I walk, I can fix issues A through Z. If I'm correct and do it correctly, mixing naturally with a diet that's proper and being a little more health conscious, meditation, spiritual and physical. And yes. All right. Something to look into, something to take a look at. I was telling my father, you know, when this all comes out, we're going to be really, I lost so many people to cancer, to drugs and alcohol, so many. Right up to the moment we're going to find out that we have the cure right in front of us, and you're going to want to choke a fool. Trust me on that. But you can't. You have to move forward. I won't science on you until I science on me first, over and over and over and over again. That's the only reason why I even have people drink ayahuasca with me in any way, shape, or form, because I know my shit's tight. Period. I already know before you get here how it's going to be. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I know it's good. I know it's safe. I know I put my time, effort, and energy in. I have the tools and I have the fucking talent. And I'm cool with that. And I'm humble within it. And I'm going to give you the best I can of me. 100%. Okay? I'm going to do that with me first, though. So I know it's going to work. That doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody. Not my way. But your way might work for you. See how that works? At one point, we have to take a stand. You're telling me, they're talking, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm on page whatever. I'm on chapter 2 or 3. They're basically like, look, it's fucking 4 drops and 4 ounces of water. It's like 4 drops of one, 4 drops of the other. Drink the 4 ounces of water. You do that twice a day over the course of a couple of weeks. It's like 2 weeks max. It tells you right in the fucking thing. You don't have to do it that long. And then you can revisit it anytime you're not feeling well. So but don't do it until you get up to chapter 6. So you know why we're saying it, and you're not just rushing and doing it, because they say that people that do that, like if you don't read the book and just do it and say, oh, immediately Frank said we could cure cancer, you could fuck yourself up so bad. Learn it. Don't be a fucking pussy. Don't fucking puss out. Get the book, read it, spend your time on something worthy, and then fucking do it. Do it. Follow the recipe and do it. You don't need more. More won't make it happen faster. All you do is need it. A little bit. All the stuff you're not getting. What about all the other shit you're not getting? Magnesium and zinc and whatever, fucking vitamin D, whatever. Like, there's a lot of stuff we're not getting to help fight these things. Now we're just going to get something that could remove these things, and then you have to replace the things that are good in you, so it gives your body the chance to heal. Oh, so this thing just basically kills all the bad shit, and then it's up to you to take care of your body so it starts healing properly. Oh, yeah, it's kind of like the ayahuasca. Frank is only holding space for you. You only feel safe with me and trust me because it's me. right? But I'm holding space for you. You're doing all the fucking work. I do the work before you get there. I clean up your fucking piss and shit and your throw up. I do that kind of stuff, all purging all over the place. That's what I do. I have buckets constantly moving, saging you, making sure you're okay, picking up your fucking head out of your own vomit and turning it over, cleaning your fucking face. That's not the hard work. That's 3D work. It's 3D work. You're the one that's working. I'm holding space. Anything third party comes in that room, I'm going to fucking take it out for sure. You're under my care. If that shit starts happening, the last person they want in the room with you to help you is me. And you could believe that. Okay. And that's something you can take to the bank. All right. Because that's me. I want their nightmares to be who's on their way? That guy? Yeah, Frank's coming. Oh shit. Everyone fucking run. Let me be the stuff of nightmares to the demons. When you go to bed at night, Frank Castle's under your bed. I'm hiding in your fucking closet. How's that sound? Devil dog. Anyone want cake? No? Oh, I'll be right here. You just let me know when. Anyone want cake? Let's see how you like it. All right. Yeah, Joseph, man, you guys are like science guys, right? I don't even know why I said that. We need to do this together. We need to alchemize. We need to rock all the different things and see what works. Bring all the combinations together. How does everyone do it? A little bit of this, a little bit of that, some fucking lemon in the water too. I feel fucking great today. Then your job is done. Get out there and kick some ass. Now, I love each and every one of you. Thank you for hanging in there for the first half hour. It was brutal for me too. Trying to get connected up in here. I appreciate you all so much. Watch out for the rituals this month. This month they're still there. The dark characters are still there. They're out on the board, but they're getting taken out one at a time, but it's still there. And as you can see, the rituals are still there. So they're going to lash out right before they go. So it's going to be darker before the dawn, but you could sit back and watch it occurring. You go, oh, look what they're doing. Look what they're doing. You're ahead of the game. They're doing the rituals against us. Meditate for protection, safety, upgrades, uplifting, beneficial, health, happiness. You want to crush the dark? Smile and laugh. Don't chase them down and laugh at them. Ignore them. You don't even come to mind anymore. I'm too busy being fucking happy to worry about you. But remember, if you come over here, I'm going to throw you a beating and you're never going to come back. I'm going to fucking hit you so hard that Ball is going to rub one of his nuts and go, oh, fucking Frank. That's how hard I'm going to hit you. Right? So I hope you like cake. Keep that in mind. You're the creator. I love you, but this is going to stop. Now, parents are home. Close the liquor cabinet. Kick everyone out. Let's go. This is my temple. We don't put cigarette ashes out on the carpet in my temple. Right? You don't leave food all over the place and dishes stacked up to the ceiling in my temple. That's not how this works. If you want it, you got to make it happen. Indigo Child, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you so much, my brother. Sending you positive vibes. And Lexi, I love you so much. Sam, I love you. Joseph, I love you. Lisa Marie, I love you. Michael, I love you. I love all of you. Who just fell? Fuck you. Yeah, something fell from the sky. Guess what? It was me. No, just some bald guy with this fucking rockin' beard that's ready to take on the universe. Well, that actually is the universe taking on itself. I was dropped a few times, but it's okay. Have a great night. Stay safe. Stay awesome. If you have any questions, comments, please hit me up. Just those that are going to work with me, just give me a moment. I'm catching up. I'm back now. I'm getting everything done, and I'll have the bookings go out. And then anyone that wants to, chat and shit, just hit me up. Go over, check out Aaron and Zach, Expanded Understanding. Two of my brothers Love them so much. Willow, the rest of the girls over there, and the rest of the boys, Angela Miller. Oh, there's so many people. All of my fearless, everyone fearless, everyone that's just fucking dope and awesome. And even if you're not, I think you are. So don't worry about it. You got this. We got this. We got this. You can do it. You can do it. All right. Love you guys. Stay fearless. And remember, the universe rewards bravery. I like it.